done it. You've come back successfully. So, you all actually hear Seamus making a huge ruckus. You know that there's that common area between all of your rooms, and he is yelling. There is a clear edge of panic in his voice. He's get up, everyone! Come on, get your things. We have to go now. Move. What are you all doing? What happened? You are all roused suddenly from sleep.
Well, I don't have stuff to collect, but I rise on my ostrich legs.
Lamp.
Lamp. I rise up on my ostrich legs, and it's weird because like that was my first time sleeping as in like a roost. Yeah. You went down and like. Yeah.
Did you nest?
I nested. Yeah.
Yes.
My knees are a little sore,
So I
but
didn't see that.
but it's okay. And I get up and I scramble to the door and I throw the door open. Mm-hmm. What's all the noise?
When you you're the first one to throw open your door, and you can see that Seamus. He immediately turns towards you. He says, "Well, what are you doing? We have to go immediately. I don't know what you thought you were doing, but you've ruined everything. We have to leave now."
I glance back at the room behind me, and like the bed's almost everything's fine except for the bed is not made. It's got a little, I don't know. I don't have feathers, so
No, you still just.
I still have halfling legs, but they're It's like I don't know what are you talking about? I just slept on the bed you gave me to.
He looks at you and he like kind of pauses, like, "So you don't know what she did?"
I don't even what? You just woke me up.
Is?
Who's the she?
Zamira, where is she?
That's her room.
Okay. And he looks over. He goes over and he starts pounding on the door to her room. What about the rest of you?
Are we in like separate rooms, or?
Yeah, you each had your own little like sleeping space.
I think Grace just kind of like shoves her door open. She's like, "Why are you yelling? What?" And she's just kind of like clearly still half out of it. Looks like she has a horrible hangover.
Oh, no. Hitting that stuff you got from Morton.
I mean, definitely. Yeah. She's had a day. Yeah. So she's just kind of like, "What? What are you doing?"
Currently, you can see that he is just furiously pounding on Zamira's door, and there doesn't appear to be any answer coming from him. He quickly glances over at you and he says, "You're going to need to get ready a little faster than that. You all have to get out of here. They're coming.
Who's coming?
Everyone."
Wait.
You said we'd be safe.
That was until Zamira cut down the cook.
What?
No. Oh,
At least that's what Beatrice is saying.
Oh, she has been quite a bit hungry lately. But I don't think she'd take the cook out. That seems odd.
Beatrice says she witnessed it with her own eyes. She's telling everyone, and they're furious. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't hold them back this time.
Oh, all right. I'll go over to Zamira's door and just open
Sure,
it.
yeah, it opens, and it is empty.
She's not in here.
No.
I'm gonna get Hogan.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll grab Zamira's things. I'll just collect anything.
Her things actually, like, it's empty.
It's empty,
It's like
okay.
like checked out hotel room kind of deal. Like, it's all empty.
While all that stuff was happening, Jim,
Yeah.
I wake up but I'm not dead.
No,
But I thought, but
you
I'm not.
are- you
I'm
just
not wet.
Nope.
I'm very confused. But then I hear all this happening. What? I was in water. I had a fantastic dream. It's not funny.
God.
Yeah, I was almost there. I was almost there. I wake up, but I hear all this and I hear this, and then I kind of forgot that my arms are, and I try to move, and whatever's around in the room, I don't know is there a desk and a chair, and the chair
Sure,
knocks
yeah,
over,
yeah.
and then so I'm getting up, and then I'm trying to. I remember last night when the nurse was here, she helped me with my jacket, so it's really difficult to try to get my jacket back on, but I'm getting ready. So I guess I'm just getting dressed, but not really sure what is happening.
Sure.
At all.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be here.
So you sort of fumble your clothes on with your oddly long limbs, and when you open the door, you see Seamus, Grace, and Ostrich are sort of like, not arguing, but there's obviously a very tense conversation going on, and that is a little bit interrupted by a very familiar feeling in the air as wild magic takes hold. Let's see here. I feel like I haven't had ostrich roll for a while.
There is nothing like wild magic in the morning.
That's the best way to wake up.
We're a D10, yeah?
D10.
How's a 6 do us, Jim?
A 6.
Hopefully
Uh-oh.
6 is interesting.
Oh, I don't like the term interesting.
Yeah.
It's a really weird one. Well, no, it's not that weird. So, for everyone, anytime you roll a d20, you roll twice. And you can choose which number to accept as your current roll. However, the one you don't choose is the result of your next roll
Oh, no.
automatically. And that roll, the roll you don't choose, the one that is slated for your next roll, cannot be changed at all. You
Oh,
can't
no
re-roll
hero
it.
points.
You can use a hero point for the roll that you choose on your current roll. But once you've got one reserved for your next roll, you can't change that one.
I like it, Jim.
Yeah.
Jared doesn't like it.
You know, Red Team got to take over as GM.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, no!
just for that,
Yes!
Oh, what do I? Okay. What is it?
Oh, God.
Well, things start to get a little weird for you as well.
I'm
specifically.
feeling. I'm already vibrating with the magic.
Go ahead and roll me a d10.
D10.
Been a great time for
Got a
glitter.
skull.
Next season, we'll just install a...
Yes.
3. A 3.
A 3. This one is actually oddly fitting for you.
Yes.
You have now the ability to separate from your corporeal form and act as a spirit. Your spirit has a fly speed of 15 feet and is completely insubstantial. You're immune to all non-magical damage, but you can't interact with physical objects. You remain tethered to your body and cannot move more than 45 feet away from it. If you try, you immediately get shunted back into your body. Entering and exiting your body costs 2 actions. If your body dies while you are in spirit form, you just die. Like, you die as normal.
But I don't just fly away. The tether's not snipped, and then I can.
You do, but you die. I guess in a way you are
Free.
snipped from
Free.
your body. You whatever happens to
The
spirits when you
umbilical
die
cord
happens
is-
to you if your body dies while you are in spirit form. But you can do this at will. It just costs 2 actions.
Two actions.
2 actions to
One-
come back to your body.
Oh, 2 actions to
leave. your body. Yeah.
2 actions to come back, and my body's just there.
Your body just
Like
is
Aang,
like a rag doll.
Yeah,
while
just
you're
there,
outside.
like sitting. Just.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have to get rid of one of your mutations?
do.
And you do. Which mutation are you getting rid of? Are your arms going back to their former length, or are you going to lose the
man.
claws?
Do your shirts fit again?
Yeah. Does the coat fit? Oh, geez. This is tough. Jimmy, you've cut me to the quick here.
I'm sorry.
Oh. It is. Oh. No, I'm keeping the long arms.
All
man.
right, so it's the claw. Your hands
Oh,
are
wait,
a little
no,
bit
wait,
more.
no, wait.
Oh no!
Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna flip for it.
Okay.
Okay. Heads
Use
is
the
gonna.
chance.
So heads keeping the claws, tails.
Okay.
So keeping the claws and heads. Keeping the claws, I guess.
All right.
It's a heads.
So you fumble around with your coat. You get all
No,
set
no,
up.
no, no,
Oh,
no.
no! He can't do
No.
it. He can't bear.
What's better, the 10 foot reach for touch spells?
I like the reach, but
Ah!
the claws are pretty cool too.
I'm keeping the reach.
Gross.
I'm keeping the reach.
Okay, so your hands.
No, claws, no.
Oh, no.
Reach.
Just pick one!
I'm picking the reach. Who was it? Who can I thank for this?
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find out. We'll find out in a little bit.
I'm keeping the claws, so I'm going to be like this crazy Casper floaty ghost with super long arms.
Super long arms. You're keeping the long arms.
Sure,
The
it's awkward.
hands go back to normal. Your normal, nimble, dexterous fingers are returned, but you do have the long.
Is he visible when he does this to us?
Yeah, he's visible.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you can see him. Yeah.
So awesome.
You look over and you see like his arms just shrink back up into his coat.
No, my arms are there.
Oh no, you're sorry. It's your
your
hands.
claws.
There.
God,
Your hands
not the
that-
claws. Wait, do I have
sorry,
the claws?
You,
the arms?
you lose
Is
the
my
claws.
ghost visible?
You lose
That's
the
what he was
claws.
asking.
He's got long arms.
Season finale!
Too excited.
All right.
Okay.
And apparently that was due to Sarah BC1.
Sarah, thank you so much. Sarah, you're
And
the best.
that brings the dust level up, which means that all spell DCs go up by 1. Spell and magical effects up by 1.
Love it.
So, you open the door, you see all this happening, you all feel like the buzz of magic in the air, and you can all make a perception check if you'd like. Can't imagine why you would.
Don't we have to roll 2?
You do roll 2 dice, and choose one that will be your perception check and one that will be destined for your next attempt.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
I've got 2 3s, Jim.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with this. 20.
15.
20. Okay.
15 modified.
15 moderate.
So I had a 3 and an 8. So I'm going to save the 8
Okay, you're
for
gonna save the
later.
8 for some sort
So
of later for your next
16
roll.
perception. I'm not seeing a lot because there's a lot of things changing. I was feeling spirits being moved, and couldn't decide between claws and arms.
Grace, you actually, it's distant, and but you can hear a lot of commotion. And based on what your brother has been saying, you feel like it's probably not the good kind of commotion. But you can hear it now. And I don't know, what are y'all doing? Seamus is still like, he's like, all right, we've got to get you out of here. I can get you out of here, but I don't know what we'll do about Zamira. I can try to keep an eye out for her, but I mean, if they find her first, I mean, she's gone. She's done. There's nothing I can do about this anymore.
Which way do we go? Is that the way that it sounds like everyone else is coming from?
Just follow me. I know a way we can at least get you out of here. It won't be safe, but it's a better chance than dealing with trying to hack your way through everybody. Just come on.
Great.
And he leads you out of the room. And if you choose to follow him, he takes you through a series of corridors to a door in the wall that doesn't appear to have any way to open it, but there's this like metal plate near the door, and he reaches around in his bag, and he has this medallion that he pulls out, and he presses it to the metal plate, and this door just sort of slides open. And inside is a sort of like mechanical lift device. It says, okay, if you go here and go up, there's only one place this goes. But listen, it was our first attempt at it was our first lab, and we abandoned a lot of projects up there, and I'm just going to say that they're not like us up there.
Great.
They're not like us up there, but
Sounds fun.
If you find the archive room, you can get access to the rooftop. If you can get to the rooftop, we can get you away from the building.
All right. It seems like that's the only choice we have.
It sounds fun, like I tried to say before, but I could. I feel like I have water in my.
Right.
I don't know.
All right.
I've got to get minimally. I need to get a bag from my chest, or everyone in VANTAM is dead.
Where is that? Where is it being stored?
Probably in his walkie box.
We can go. We could come back, but I have to get it.
It's fine. I can get your things to the roof. I just need you not to be here.
If you could get the things there, I can get to the roof, and we can get out of here. We can save the people of VANTAM.
All right.
And
Great.
figure out what's going on here.
That sounds
Oh,
Oh dear.
good.
It's
Wait,
time for
double
Grace.
me, wait.
What? Oh no!
Who is it?
Oh no!
Oh, it's Grace. It is
No,
Grace.
I think it's double because look at the dust total.
Oh, did we get a double?
I think we
Is there any
doubled.
a double mutation?
Everyone got a coin.
And everybody gets a
Oh my
coin.
Goodness.
Okay. Double mutation, it looks like.
Oh,
So I
dang.
believe you both have 2 mutations,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you'll get to get rid of one that you may not like that you have
Flip
now.
a coin. Flip a coin.
We'll see if it's as
Okay.
difficult a choice as it was for Hogan. Why don't we start with Grace?
Okay, this is a 10, right?
Yep, roll a d10.
Okay. Got a 9.
A 9.
Dust.
Okay. This is fun, or potentially fun. You gain the ability to forcefully puff your body up into a defensive ball when threatened. As a reaction, if you are struck by an attack, you may immediately balloon your entire body. While puffed up, you are a large creature, and you are clumsy 3. However, you gain resistance 10 to all damage,
Ooh.
except for piercing. Any creatures adjacent to you are automatically pushed back 5 feet and have to make a DC 21 reflex save. On a failure, they get pushed 15 feet away from you. On a critical failure, they get pushed 15 feet and fall down. You are puffed up until the start of your next turn, or until you take any piercing damage, in which case you deflate immediately like a balloon.
Does she?
Yep. No, she stays where she is, but she deflates.
Okay, let's get rid of the claws that
Okay.
my 1/3
Yeah.
Bye!
So the third hand just sort of like withers and drops off.
Brand
And it
new
looks
pretty
sort of like
hand
a,
underneath.
It's still there, like because it just like falls onto the ground. You want to
I
keep
pick it up.
You want to keep her withered third hand.
There you go. Now you've got your hand.
Yeah.
Now you've got it back.
I pick up the hand. It's kind of curled. It makes me a little sad. There's a single tear.
Don't really don't.
He's gonna reattach it when you sleep.
It's a beautiful hand.
Yes. Well, it's easier to deal with this one. So it's why clearly you're gonna
I
have.
put it in my bag.
All right. You've
do
got
a spell with it or
the
something.
withered remains of her third hand. But before we get too much further, we must deal with Ostrich's new
7.
7. All right. This one actually might be pretty helpful. You now have the ability to supercharge your natural healing. By focusing for 10 minutes, you can restore 1d8 hit points per level. So in your case, 5d8 hit points. After resolving this ability, you are starving, becoming enfeebled 2 until you eat an entire day's worth of food appropriate for your general intake.
Second breakfast.
And this has to be in addition to any other food you would normally consume to stave off hunger. So you need to immediately eat an entire day's worth of food after healing yourself in this way.
Okay. See, here's where being a druid would be helpful.
True.
Get that good berry out and be like, done.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to my ostrich legs.
Yeah. They're gone. Yeah.
Mostly because I keep picturing them and they're just flesh.
Incredibly
They're
weird.
upset.
They're flesh. If they were fur or feathered, I don't think it'd be
No
as
more
bad.
roosting, though.
It's true. It's true. Well, I did it
You
when I
got
could.
one- you got-
I got one night of
You got
roosting.
one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all hear these like 2 distinctive like cracks and pops as his knees
Oh.
just buckle forward and become normal.
Whoa.
It's really weird.
That looked like it hurt. Like we see this happen.
Oh yeah, you watch it happen. And his knees just they were backwards and then they just push forwards until now they look regular, but the process is definitely
Do that again.
very disturbing.
No.
Do that again.
It felt very unnatural. I don't like it.
My question as a player, you have stone skin.
I can, yes.
So while
Well, I'm
she's
puffed.
puffed, can she turn into a giant rock, like a giant?
Well, I
puffy-
believe is the stone skin thing an action or a reaction that you would take?
I don't know. I think it's an
I can look
action.
it up. Let me see, because I think So when she puffs up as a reaction, the puff like she deflates at the start of her next turn. So if she needs to use actions to become stone, she would deflate and then she could then immediately
Okay.
turn into
So
stone.
it doesn't
Alas.
stack.
No, it
Got
doesn't
it.
stack together.
Okay. That'd be cool.
Would be.
Yeah, and it's turning yourself into stone. Let's see, blah 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 blah.
I can't
You
wait.
become stunned 3, so you like lose. You would use an action, but then you become stunned.
I just want to say the mutations are the best. The mutations, people cry about them or whoever's been complaining. They're the best.
No, they're fun.
They're awesome. Thank you for the mutations.
Hey,
I like the randomness of them.
Yeah.
that has brought our dust level up to level 2, which means that now all magical damage is also increased by 1. So magical effects, the save DCs are increased by 1, and now all magical damage effects are increased.
Good, because we're going to go fight a bunch of things that don't have any magic, right?
One might assume, or one might assume they have lots of magic. Who knows? Could be anything. So,
To the roof.
you are sort of there's this lift. Now, without any checks, you all can hear this like din of angry rabble. There is shouting, there is stomping, there is breakings of things, and it is getting ever closer. So what do you do?
I pressed the button.
Yeah, pile the lift, press the button, the door that
far
Seamus
away.
opened slides closed, and the whole thing just sort of rattles and begins to grind. And you can tell like this thing hasn't been used in some time. And it begins very slowly to ascend, and then it stops. You get you're maybe halfway between floors, and it just stops dead. And you are in the dark.
Do you think they'll know to find us here?
That's a good point. If we don't suffocate or something beforehand. Can you use your long arms to pull us up?
If you hold, maybe I can climb up your arms.
Sure. And, is the door closed now?
Oh yeah, the door is closed. You are basically trapped in this little box now.
Hey, your brother wouldn't have put us in here to die.
I sincerely hope not. But no, I don't think so.
Okay, here, hold my hand. That's not my hand.
I don't want to.
Can we,
Does anyone have light?
Yeah, I could pull out my jellyfish lantern.
Sure. Looking around, you can see that there is the door. You again. So like the floor of the lift is about halfway up the door that you came in. That does not appear to be any way to open that door from this side.
Is it? But the door is clearly defined, as
Yeah.
opposed to the other walls.
Yeah. There wasn't a hidden door, even as you were approaching it at first. There was nothing hidden about it. You can see that there does appear to be, this whole thing is basically a very elaborate boxy cage that is suspended from a series of chains.
Of course, there's the emergency. There's the emergency hatch up at the
Sure.
top of this lift.
Yeah, well, even looking up, again, it's not really like a solid
it's just a
four-walled
cage.
room. It's basically like a really elaborate cage. Yeah. So you can actually look up and just see the chains that have ground to a halt, and then things get even darker.
the
jellyfish
button
lights.
thing was on the outside, right? So we don't have
Yes,
anything on the
yes.
inside? Okay.
Should we maybe just climb this chain quietly?
Sure. Yeah. Do we start? Can we open this door up here? One would call it an escape hatch. Does it look like it's locked?
No.
No.
You can, if you want to access the chains, that's not a problem.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I could just reach up. I can reach up and
Yeah, I mean, you can grab
flip
it
it.
pretty easily.
Could reach up and
Yeah.
just flip it open. And I could kind of strangely, with my really long, strange arms, kind of
Yeah.
like Jack Skellington,
Yeah.
kind of lift myself
A
up.
super weird pull-up
Yeah.
that takes extra long.
Just think about it. My arms, my elbow is at my fist now,
Yeah.
right?
They have
So
multiple.
double
Yeah,
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of.
You might not even need to use the chains. You might be able to just brace yourself on either side of the lift and just start climbing up the walls like that. Yeah.
I get out of this hatch. I flip it open and get out in the creepiest possible. You imagine. You imagine the
Oh, I imagine.
freakiest.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm
Slender
out there.
Man.
Yeah,
Are you gonna reach in and pick me up?
yeah, I can. By your head. I reach
If you'd
down.
have kept the legs, you could have left them.
Upsies!
You had the powerful leap if you'd have kept your weird legs.
I'll grab onto your feet. Keep
Yes.
pull us both up.
I'm going to pick both of you guys up. I'm not very strong. All right.
Climb up your
Come
arm.
here, little guy. And I reach down.
Okay.
Okay, so do
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can get everybody can get up. That's
This
not
is
a problem.
perfect.
This is there's
Oh, okay. I should have thrown you guys my guts, but It's too late now.
I'm glad.
I have long arms.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that you didn't do that.
Yeah. We need to go to the arcade, right? That's what Seamus said. And then through there to the roof.
Right.
Yeah. What floor is the archive?
It looked like there was. He mentioned that the lift could only go to one floor. There's only one way that it would go.
I assume it's this floor. I hope it's this floor.
You don't see any. Like, there's not another door immediately. It looks like. Make a perception check.
Oh, do we have to use...
15.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, you have to use whatever
That's
your
right, yeah.
last roll wasn't.
Good call.
Mine was a 15, so 25.
25. Okay.
21.
15.
So looking up with the light of the jellyfish lamp, you can see that the elevator shaft is pretty long. Like, this is a pretty big place, and it looks like maybe 4 or 5 floors up. There's another door that you could access, but it's not. It'd be a little bit of a climb. That's all. The other option you're noticing is that the chain seems to have caught in this. There's this big, like, motor contraption that you could attempt to basically unjam it so that the lift would continue naturally on its own, or you can try to climb the chain. Either one is an option.
Should we try to unjam it first?
Sure.
I don't know much about engineering, but I do understand weights and whatnot. If this one's...
I take out the curled claw and start kind of tapping on the...
I'm just saying, there's going to be a counter. So if this
Tapping
stopped,
on
then the other
things.
thing is stopped. When this goes, the other thing could go. And we could...
I hope it doesn't break, Jim.
Huh?
I'm taking this claw and I'm kind of... You know how you hit electronics?
You're just
you're-
smacking it
I'm
and
just
hoping that
smacking
it works.
it with
Yeah,
this
okay.
with this claw.
So-
I'm just like hugging the edge of the...
I
this,
will
guys.
say that you have the option. Anybody who wants to attempt it can try to just brute force it with an athletics check to try to just force it to unjam and start running again. Or if any of you have the craft skill, you want to attempt that instead to try to more artfully perhaps get this thing going.
I'll try athletics.
Okay. I believe this is a new roll for you, but roll twice and
Yeah.
choose which result you want.
Oh, okay. I will choose the 16
Okay.
plus 10, so that's 26.
26.
And then I have a 10 for my next roll.
Sure. So you just start reaching in there and just try to brute force it. You can see these gears that have just gotten stuck and stopped turning. So you just try to force them to keep going, and it takes a minute or two of effort, but you do manage to like you all hear something snap. And then, there's
And it
that.
starts-
Everything
moves
shakes, and you pull back just in time as the gears start spinning again. And the whole thing with you all on top of it starts lifting up
the...
into the air.
This is
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I give you a high five with the claw. Teamwork.
I don't want.
That was part...
Can I tumble roll back down the hatch
Yeah,
into the
absolutely.
cart?
Yeah, you get back down there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just like, I don't think we should be up here. We're gonna get smooshed.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
it's,
back in.
not a dangerous fall at all. So you can just drop down back into the cage.
lower
basically.
myself down and...
As you are lowering yourself down, I imagine you're last in the row. I'm just assigning you as the last person, just because I'm like that. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I don't like this. I have to roll 2.
Ooh.
Oh. Let's make whatever the other one is really bad.
Okay.
No.
So it's going to be 31.
31. As you are lowering yourself back down into the cage with your companions, you sort of cast another glance up, and towards the ceiling, in the darkness, you see a flurry of movement, as if something were like looking down at you, and then very quickly, as it almost like maybe it noticed you, notice it, and it just disappears into the shadows, like, and it hasn't like gone like into the wall.
That was the ghost.
It did not, because
Was it?
you Beatrice like had sort of almost like a ectoplasmic glow. This was something solid, something. It's difficult because it was a little bit too dark, and your eye you don't see that
Yeah.
well in the dark.
I have long arms.
But
I don't have good eyes.
You have long arms.
Yeah,
not
I have good
long
eyes.
right? Yeah. There's definitely some movement, but it seemed like something solid.
Get ready. There's something up above. We're going to be coming up. And how far away is it about?
It was maybe, well, now it's getting closer and closer, and maybe 10 feet away, and then the elevator stops. So there's actually a gap between the roof of the elevator and the actual ceiling of the shaft, so you wouldn't have gotten squished. But now that you're looking, like, this is where that thing was, and at least, like, from where you are right now, you don't see any. Like, there is, like, that. There was that movement, and now there's nothing.
Pleasant.
And then the door that would give you access to whatever floor you're on slides open.
Something was here and it went into the wall like Beatrice does.
Ooh.
Seamus said they're not like him.
All right.
Is that failed experiments, or they're not like undead with conscience, or we could kill him?
Probably all three.
There you go, Hogan.
And I go, I'm the first one through, Jim.
Sure.
Just walking right in.
Walk right in.
Is it dark?
It is dark up here. It looks like that jellyfish lamp is going to come in handy unless you have some other light source. But you step out of the elevator onto a new floor. Everything is quiet. And whatever you saw moving, you don't see any sign of now. But we are going to check in with Chad.
Oh no!
Break.
Okay, come up, break.
So let's do that for a second. Hey, Chad, how y'all doing?
Hi, chat.
Hello.
Chad.
Chat.
Thank you for the coin.
Oh, it's Sarah BC1 mutating us. Thank you, Sarah.
There
Oh,
was.
my.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right. It's back.
There
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
There we
It's
are.
back. It's back. It's back. We did it.
Who was it? Star Drew. Thank you. Thank you for the coin. Oh, we've got lots of coins. We've got
That's right.
22723 coin for. Oh no, for Grace. Oh, it's another coin for me. I was like, Grace, who's that?
That's you.
Sarah BC1 has a coin for Hogan. Oh, and Sarah BC1 also has a coin for Grace. Oh my. And another thank you, everyone.
Huzzah!
Sarah BC1 out there, obviously responsible for the mutation and gifted subs like no other. So that's two gifted subs that I see on the list. And then Gary K532 has subbed himself. That's 26 months for Gary 532. Thank you very much.
It's like 2 years.
Oh wait, that's actually 3 gifted from Sarah because I saw there's another one up there.
Oh.
She's
Nice.
gifted subs all over the place.
Saint Sarah.
Brian Summer says, I find myself really wanting Jared to blow bubbles out of his pipe. Can the effects team make that happen?
Yeah.
We've discussed it.
Well, Jared is the effects team, so he's playing right now and he can't make bubbles right now.
Have Nathan. Nathan's got it.
Nathan, get the bubbles down.
Nathan, make a bubbles effect for this. Nathan said no.
What would Scooby Doo says Grace is a pufferfish. Sweet. Yeah.
Yep, that's
Basically a
effectively
pepper.
it. Yeah.
Real POTUS says, where do these stairs go? They go up, Ray. Classic POTUS.
Gary K532 says, is he Slenderman? I assume referring
Yes.
to Hogan. And yes, basically Hogan is
Essentially.
Slenderman.
The teeth helped before.
Yeah, what do you, Penguin Witch Doctor points out, you're a 6-foot dude with 10-foot arm. Like, where do you put them when you walk? Are they just like
pockets?
dragging,
They're
or
like, yeah, they're dragging, right? They're weird.
I assume he just walks around like this all the time.
because even if they're in his pockets, like of his
still
coat,
be
then he's
like-
got like dragon wings
Yeah.
of arms or something.
Yeah. It's a great question.
Yeah.
It's really strange. The movement's got to be really awkward.
I bet-
And as you're walking,
Maybe you've got like slinky bones now, so
Oh,
they
no
can
slinky
actually sort of
bones.
retract, but then you can reach out
like an
with them.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Go arms.
I just like to think that you knock down so many vases, like when you're
Oh,
walking through
everything
stores.
is. Yeah. Lucas says Hogan grabs Grace's swiveled up raisin arm in his hand. It should give him like a 20-foot reach now.
That's right. That's an
Yeah.
extra. For some reason, it gives
I
you
gotta
an
have
extra
the
10 feet.
Morton's.
Extra long.
Is it Morton's left hand and then Grace's little shriveled up thing? And can they be their weapons?
Well, you could put Morton's hand in Grace's
Is the
Weekend
what's
here.
is it the SNL sketch where the girl has the sweater and the little tiny baby doll hands? That's what I imagine.
I think it's
Yeah.
Gross.
I saw Nathan. Nathan said that you could just give yourself a hug, and that could be your like default stance.
Oh yeah.
Like
just
old
walk
school
out.
rappers.
That bonus says the guy that has backward legs is worried about long arm mechanics.
I don't have backwards legs anymore,
that
thanks to
crack
Sarah.
They're
Place,
front
yeah.
ways now.
They're
Hello.
normal.
Yeah, I am. I'm just a wacky waving inflatable flailing arm tube man. The guy in front of the Jiffy Lube.
Yep.
Thank you, Spartan.
I'm terrified. I don't like ghosts, Jim.
Well, it wasn't a ghost.
Good thing
So,
is,
good thing it wasn't a ghost.
I'm part ghost now. You don't know it yet, but you're gonna find out. What I wanted to do, I don't know how the mechanics of the ghost thing work. Out of,
Yeah.
Can I do it out of combat?
Yeah, you can just.
So
make them.
I could have been Casper the Ghost, and then cast the gut thing, and then like brought the guts, flown the guts up.
Well, you can't, because your guts are a physical object. You can't interact with any, like, you can't. You
I
wouldn't
can't
go
touch
right to
anything.
making
I
even
don't
your
have.
own guts.
Not even if I get super angry,
No,
like
not even-
Patrick Swayze. Like,
not even-
Not even if I get so mad and I want to like, and I make a book go across the room. Not even if I'm so upset.
I will tell you this: if you get so mad that you want to knock a book off a table, I'll allow it.
Is his body defenseless?
Yes.
When he's in
ghost
ghost.
time.
Yeah.
When he's a ghost time,
I'm just
it's bad news.
a husk,
It's bad
a
news.
shell.
Thank Boxy Blue for the coin. Hiya.
More coins for Grace.
Coins. Wow.
Part ghost on his mother's side.
It's Lucas Martinez says, place a sword in Grace's raisin arm and use it as a long reach weapon.
Gross.
Why did it become a raisin?
Well, it's a shriveled.
Shriveled
It's a
up.
shriveled
It's shriveled
bone.
up.
But-
It wasn't a bone claw.
But-
I thought it was a bone
It was
claw.
it had
Only
claws.
grapes become raisins.
Was it a
It was a
flesh
fleshy
hand?
arm. Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
was a
fleshy
arm that
And it-
had claws.
I thought it was like a cool bone
skeleton?
claw,
No.
skeletal protrusion.
I thought it was Benny
Oh,
from.
then-
It was just an arm.
Total Recall.
I think the
Yeah,
claws.
I think that's more what we were going
Okay.
for.
I got rid of the claws.
Okay.
The arm's still here.
All right. Now we got to play
Well, you
Pathfinder.
still have the arm?
I have.
You and I could play
The
Pathfinder.
claw arm fell off. And
Well,
now
this
it's
is
just
part
a
of
normal
it.
arm.
Oh, you think you still have 3 arms?
I think so because we can have 3 mutations,
No,
right?
2.
Is it 2?
It's 2 mutations, right?
So it
You're
fell
right, I
off.
have
I
your
have
arm.
it. I have your arm now.
have your arm.
I have your arm now.
Fully yours.
There's a subsplosion.
Subsplosion!
Which you're a point in the group pool. Fantastic.
For some reason, the graphics aren't working. I'm gonna have to see to that during break.
Graphics. This is why we can't have bubbles. Because we can't even get the regular graphics.
No, I think they updated the software this week.
Stop updating your software, all right?
I'm
It's fine the way
sad
it is.
because I can't walk down the hallway and scratch it with my nails anymore.
You know what it's like? Did you ever watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah.
There's the scene when Freddy Krueger is running down the alleyway and he has the long arms. But he
Oh,
specifically
yeah.
has like the long
Yeah,
arms
yeah,
scene where he's
yeah,
like, ah!
You're Freddy Krueger.
That's what it's like
Yeah.
all the time.
I love it.
It's settled. Now let's play.
Let's play.
You walk out onto this floor. It is very quiet. You can see, much like the floor that you were just on way down below, there has been work done to renovate this. Like it's not like rubble strewn and dusty. You can see like where things have been patched up and repaired, and there is a thick layer of dust everywhere, indicating that it certainly hasn't been in use for a while. But this is not like a broken part of the building. What do you do? Just in a hallway now. You can see that there are lots of doors. Like there's
I want to be
offices.
quiet about it.
What's that?
I want to be quiet about it. Sure. Like be a little sneak.
Sure.
Shall we go one room at a time?
We just gotta find the archive.
Right? Unless it says on the door.
My stealth is a 19, Jim.
You know,
Stealth in a boot.
you can open doors from further away.
Oh, yeah.
So
So traps go off and
Yeah.
You know what? Catch me. And can I fly out of my body at this point?
Yes. You
So I just say catch
fly-
me. I just say catch me, and then my body goes limp.
Oh,
And then you see a
I
ghost.
watch it thunk into the ground
So
as
do I.
hard as possible.
I have no idea what you're.
No one catches you.
That's fine. Can I fly forward and do some recon
Sure, yeah. Absolutely.
in my new ghost form?
Yep. You all see the ghostly form of Hogan.
Nobody catches me. You guys, I'm gonna kill you all. Mark my weight. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Didn't even
I
know
didn't say that.
Don't even know what this is.
Hogan's ghostly form. He's looking at you two and down at his body.
Can I
You see
talk?
Clear disapproval.
So, can I fly ahead
Sure.
and check it
Now
out?
you can actually see that it looks like there's like an actual like little ectoplasmic tether between you and your body, just
Oh.
lying down.
Umbilical cord.
Yeah, like an umbilical cord. And again, you move. It's like it's
And
a
I
little
still
bit
have- I
like
still
trying
have
to
the
walk
long arms,
underwater.
but I still am I flying?
Yeah,
What?
you're flying,
I'm all
you're
the-
floating along, but it's very slow. It's a little bit slow. It's like trying to push your way through water. But
Can I
you
just
are-
propel myself? Can I like put my arms back like anime
Yeah,
style?
I mean that's
just
yeah.
fly
You
forward.
basically just like
Just
think
do
about
this.
moving forward, and your arms are flapping behind you.
I'm flying. I'm
They're
flying
like-
forward.
They're like Jake arms from Adventure Time. Have you ever seen that cartoon where he gets like floppy? That's
Yeah.
basically what you've got going on.
So Jim, I'm flying down the hallway.
Yeah.
Glad we can't see this.
Do you know he could do this?
You know? Can they see me?
Yeah, they can see
yeah,
you.
see
Like,
me, yeah.
they can see him, yeah.
Did he get the procedure done?
I don't. I have no idea what is happening.
I might be regretting coming into VANTAM. I'm just saying.
Well, you should have thought about that before you got here.
Well, I thought I was saving the life of everybody, and
Right.
now I'm going to die.
She's gonna yell after Hogan. Do we need to bring your body, or she's just trying to like? Maybe we just leave him.
Feet about 30 feet down the hall.
Yeah.
There's a door on either side. Both of them are closed.
Can I go through the wall?
You gonna try?
Get your hand
trying.
back.
You sort of like test it, and your hand sinks into the stonework, and you can start pushing your whole body through.
Takes a very long time. This takes a very
It is actually there is like it's like a resistance, but you can push your way through, and you sort of peer out. You step into this dark room on the other side of the wall, and you can see it is it's like an office. There's no other way out of it. It's an office. It's got there's a desk and a dusty chair and some empty bookshelves. There's nothing of note in here except that against the far wall, there up towards the ceiling, there's this big hole in
where the light's
wall.
coming in.
There's no light coming in.
I
No,
can't
it's
see
dark
anything
in here.
then. Do I have ghost vision? Am I
You
able
do,
to see?
actually. You
Oh,
find
really?
it- It's almost like if you were in a room that was only lit by black lights. So it's not like it's not bright in here, but you
it's
can like
glowing.
see that like
Yeah.
outline of everything.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is the best mutation ever. There's a hole.
There's a big hole. It's a big ragged hole. It's like right where the ceiling and the wall meet.
Start trying to fly.
You get up to
Fly up to.
the wall, and you get right up to the hole, and you're looking in, and you can see. We'll make a perception check. Let's see what.
Oh no, that's bad.
Oh.
That's very bad. That's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you had to use your previous. Well, 19's not terrible. It's not a terrible result. You're looking in there, and you can see it looks like kind of wet a little bit, but that has been like leaking out, so that there's almost like a rust, kind of a rusty color, like dripping down the wall a little bit from the hole. And you're looking in there. And you don't see anything. You find that you can't smell anything at all when you're in your ghostly form, but you're looking in there and you can see a little bit. And you can see it looks like, it's almost like looking into a rat tunnel. Like something has like clawed, but something much much bigger than a rat, has like clawed a tunnel, as like tunneling through the wall. You don't see anything. You don't hear any movement, but it does look like there is another room, like this tunnel connects two rooms.
I fly into the tunnel.
So you were already about 30 feet.
You said 30 feet.
Go across the room, and you start like oozing sort of up into the tunnel, and there's this like snapping sensation as you are pulled back into your body, and poof, you wake up in your body.
How far can I go again?
About 45 feet is the total that you can move away from your body.
Probably like leaning over him.
We're like, Mom.
Do I scare you guys? Oh, guys.
What?
Did you guys see me snap? Did you see me snap back into my body?
No. What was that?
I like to imagine if you startle me enough that this puffer fish thing just
Reflexive, like
I'm smashed up against the wall on the foot.
oh my god.
That's the good stuff.
I was in an office and there was something in there. Something's living. It might have been the creature that I saw peek out. There's a big hole. There's a big gaping hole. And I tried to fly in there and it didn't work. I can't go too far away from my body. And by the way, you guys didn't catch me.
But we didn't know what
You
was
didn't tell
happening.
you.
I said catch me.
Right, and then you just collapsed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We
That's why
weren't
I
even
said-
near you.
What am I gonna do?
All right, so you're just leaving this at my feet then.
So there's something, how big? It was a decent size.
Yeah. And you could have
I could have gone in.
anybody could get through that hole. It's some crawling and shimmying, but
Yeah. This thing's big, whatever it is.
Should we not follow it then?
We should fight it.
Well, when you say hole, is it like a hole to the roof?
No, I think it went to the other room. It might. Oh, I wonder. Do I suspect that it's tunneling to room like it has? Because guys, I think it's tunneling through the upper portion here. Maybe there was a tunnel that it poked out its head in the shaft. Just its head.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like something we don't want to deal with.
But don't we though?
No. We want to get out.
Right, we gotta find the archives.
I'll come back with you. We could come back and do it. But I've got to get out.
Well, we may run into this thing no matter what we do. We don't have a ton of time.
Well, it is an office. This room.
Where the
Probably
books.
not the archives.
We'll just look in the door.
there was another door opposite the office that you had not gone through. But
Okay.
just letting you know that that wasn't like the only possible option.
I mean, I'll like sneaky open the door and
Sure.
kind of peek in there.
So are you going to like it's
No lights out.
Gotta get the
Oh,
jellyfish
lights out.
lamp going. Get your jellyfish lamp.
Yeah, except it's not this color. It's like a purple.
Why doesn't our light work?
I don't know. Pressing the wrong button.
The jellyfish purple lamp going.
Do you want me to ghost out into the other room? Will you guys
Can
gonna
you-
catch me this time?
Can you do that?
Why don't you sit down?
I don't know. Can I
Yeah.
do it as my...
Yeah,
Just
sit down.
Then you don't have to work.
I just go.
Just collapses.
I fall. My face hits the ground.
Okay.
And I go again to the other room.
To the other door. Now, which door? Because you said open the door. Which door?
The one that he kind of
Yeah.
ghosted into.
So, I mean, you see effectively a lot of what he described. There is this empty office room that looks abandoned. You see this hole. You can see, there's it looks like something like, again, like chewed its way through the wall at some point, something really big. And
But
really-
it looks like the hole is anchored in the material. Like I'm after. Is it a material plane hole, like going through
Yeah, no,
concrete, or is it
this is a normal? It is as normal as this hole could be. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
all right.
It is.
It's not like going. It's not a
real thing.
dimensional situation.
No,
Like
You're not like
I'm
tunneling through
imagining
planes.
Alien. I'm imagining Xenomorph crawling through the ceiling. It's gonna come and it's gonna have an extra mouth that comes out of its mouth and another mouth that comes out of it.
I mean, maybe. There's been
Yeah,
a lot of
we don't know.
mutations.
Yeah.
You all see his body collapse again as you're looking through one door. You just like come out of your body and loop through the other door into a much larger room. And this room, it gives you big laboratory vibes. There is this big contraption in the middle of the room. Hooked up to this contraption are 3 tables. It gives you big. It's like Frankenstein Reanimator kind of vibes,
yeah.
where it's like you have this big machine with the Tesla coils, and it's hooked up to these tables. The tables all have straps on them, and these like helmets that are connected to the machine itself. Though you don't see any bodies, there's nobody in here.
I
There's
look,
just this machine.
search around for holes.
There does not appear to be any holes. However, you do see that there is a double door on the opposite side of this room. And looking through it, you can see that there's another large room over there. And you can make out, like, I don't know, there's some more tables and stuff in there. But it would probably be, getting to that room would probably stretch the limits of your...
Well, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna see how far I can go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fly as fast as I can.
Fly as fast as you can. You can basically get right up to the doorway of that next room.
Yeah.
Make for me, however, let's call it a, just call it a will save.
Oh, will save.
Yeah.
Oh. Will save.
I believe in you.
Is this a double? Is this a double roll?
I have to do a double roll. Oh,
Uh-oh.
God. Who?
Which one do you want to fail?
Who?
You can now before you choose anything. If you have a hero point you want
I
to
can
use
re-roll
it,
the one
you can
or re-roll
re-roll
both?
either. Right? Yeah.
I can re-roll one.
You
too
can roll
far.
right. Re-roll one of the dice with a hero point.
Let's fail. Let's fail this one.
Let's fail
Let's
it.
fail this
Okay,
one.
you fail it. Okay.
Let's fail this one.
So you, but
15.
Sure. So you get to the other side, and there's something that feels very off and very strange in here.
Oh, my head goes. Just my head. What gets through the?
So the double door, you're just looking through it. It's open.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
it's
even
open. It's not even
closed.
closed. Okay.
But I'm saying, like, as you are moving through this room, you get this really weird, off-putting feeling. And as you try to place it, you're looking around. You don't see anything, though. Nothing strikes you. It just and then it passes. But you get up to this double door. You're looking through it, and you're looking into a very large room. You can actually see that there is another double door with a sign on it across the room, and then there's a smaller, like, single door opposite that. But in the middle of this room, your eyes are drawn to a series of very large. They look like really large dog cages, like iron dog cages. But all of them are like broken open. And you see, counting them, 10 of these things.
And then I snap back into my body.
Yeah, you're back in your body. In the meantime, Ostrich and Grace, are you doing anything?
Are there other like rooms right where we are that we could kind
Right
of
where you are? No. So he's looking into the one room again. Like
Okay.
there's that whole. If you look into that, you can see that like okay, just at the edge of his light, you can see there is another space. If you crawled through here, you could get in. There is another room on the other side. But there's no other exit from this office. The only other way out of interest would be the door that Hogan was scouting through.
Okay, then I'm probably just kind of waiting
Okay.
and watching this area.
Both of you make perception checks.
30.
I have one from last time, so it'll be 20.
20, 30. You, Ostrich, are looking through here, waiting for Hogan, and you start to hear this, like, it's distant, and it's muffled, but there's like this scrabbling, sort of clacking sound. And you're trying to like figure out where it's coming from, and it sounds like from inside the walls. And then it stops. And that's when you hear Hogan's like that deep breath as he sits back up out in the hallway.
I want to like slowly close the door. Look back, notice Hogan. His body again. Look up to Grace. They're in the walls. Whatever it is.
Oh.
It's in the walls.
Yeah, there's tunnels. Did you see the tunnel?
I saw the big one. What is it?
I don't know.
Well, if we don't go in the walls, then maybe we'll be all right.
We just need to get to the roof.
Right? Anybody see the archive?
We need the archive first, then the roof.
What was in that other doorway?
A laboratory?
Was it
Does
not
that sound like an
an
archive? Wait, is this all of the places we could have gone?
Like, does the hallway
Currently, yeah.
continue? Oh, so it's into the office.
Currently those are your two
okay.
options, right? Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess we have to go
Back out.
and go slow.
There was another room that I couldn't get into. There's a laboratory and then another room beyond it.
So that one, maybe. We go there.
Quietly.
Quietly.
Yeah.
I get up and start going.
Which way are you going? Sorry.
Gonna go into the laboratory.
Laboratory room. Okay.
I want to, because we have to go through the office to get there.
No.
No, the office
on
is
the other side.
opposite
Okay.
the laboratory room. Yeah.
Are we all stealthing there? Is that
I think we
the
should
plan?
stealth.
Okay.
I'm going to stealth.
Still.
My stealth is.
Hey, I'll take both those rolls.
I'm not stealthing.
22 for my
Uh-oh.
stealth, Jim.
22 for stealth.
I got a 15.
15. Okay. You all.
I'm not
Yeah, Hogan's
stealthing.
just
No,
like
I'm
pushing through. You push it through this door. You go into this. Again, you've already seen it, but it's
Yeah.
this sort of really dusty, broken space. There's this big central machine hooked up to all these tables, and you can see opposite there is an opening, another door. It looks like the door is open, leads into a bigger room beyond that. As you're making your way through, Hogan, you get that sensation again
Yeah.
that you felt like
Yeah.
something was wrong, but it's much, much stronger as the three of you begin moving through this space, and the doors ahead of you slam shut.
Oh.
And these coils on this big machine begin to electrify. You're zzz, 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 and then this immense crack of thunder. But it doesn't just happen once, it seems to reverberate in this enclosed space, getting louder and louder, doubling upon itself. There we go, lightning flashes as well, doubling and doubling the sound until it becomes almost
Scarier.
completely unbearable. I need everybody to make a fortitude save. Remember,
Uh-oh.
rolling twice
Ooh.
or taking the result you didn't pick from your last roll if you rolled twice last
Fortitude, you say, sir?
time. Fortitude!
Fortitude.
Why does simple math fail me
30.
with dice?
Got a 30.
30. Okay, that is a critical success. You are not going to take any damage from this.
27.
27 is a regular success. You'll take half damage from this.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is also a success. You'll take half damage as the reverberations get louder and louder until you can feel them just pounding through your head. The total was 7 points of sonic damage, so you two will take half of that. Grace, you take none as you just grit your teeth and bear it.
stoned my
You
ears.
are no stranger to pounding headaches.
Yeah,
It'll take
yeah.
a lot more than that.
Do we
to-
round up?
What's that?
Do we round up for the
Yes,
damage?
round
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
So 4 points of damage to each of you. And at that point, we all need to roll initiative.
Oh!
Do we roll
Comes
2
to
die for
life.
this too?
Yeah, it's a D20 roll. It's subject to the same.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey, I did it again, Yahtzee!
Yahtzee
With 18s this time, Jim.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hero point to re-roll one of these. I guess this one, because I want that 3. Okay, I got an 8. All
right, well,
better than a 3.
18. 18. That's true. It's not 13. It's 5 more.
For Grace, Hogan.
There it is. There's that 8.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
No lie.
And you actually will be going first.
No? Why? What?
30.
What?
30, Jim.
Oh, I thought you had. I'm sorry. I thought you said you had.
Yeah, I rolled 18.
You rolled 18.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I did.
And then you make me add stuff.
All right. So you react first, and here's what you see. This machine has like flared to life, and you hear as the thunder sort of dies down and the after images from the lightning fade, you can hear almost like this wailing coming from the machine as ancient gears are grinding to life. There are sparks flying from everything, and you can see like smoke beginning to like drift up from it. And lightning is sort of lancing between the Tesla coils that are on this thing. Something has happened. The door that you would have gone out has slammed shut. What do you do?
That's a good question, Jim. I will. Why? I don't know why, but I will do it. I'm gonna cast Spout on one of these tower things.
Spout? Okay, yeah, great.
Basically blasting water from the ground. So I imagine it's kind of dank in here because no one's been up here for a while. So
Sure.
like drippiness and so.
What kind of save goes with that one?
It is a reflex save
Reflex.
in a
save,
5-foot
okay.
cube.
For whatever reason, this thing does have a reflex number. Can make reflex saves. It would be a 16.
16 is not gonna do it.
Okay, then deal some damage.
All right.
Remember, +1.
Plus
to
1
damage.
because of the
One,
thing.
because that's right.
So we're rolling
Dust level is up.
3d4.
Jared, you have magnificent bedhead. Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Macaulay
Like-
Culkin.
This is what I want in real life. I just want this.
I knew a guy whose hair was
Mane?
like this. He like couldn't tame it.
3d4 is 9 plus 1 from the
10.
dust.
Okay.
So 10.
10 points of damage. You do summon this great spout of water, and it starts smashing through the machine. And it does, like, parts of it start to, like the whole thing seems sort of, like, rickety and shoddy. And it does start to fall apart. Like, pieces of it come flying off. It is not destroyed, but you've dealt damage to it. You have damaged this machine.
Okay. And then, so it can be injured or whatever. For my move, I want to see if I can get. You said it's like a laboratory with like tables and.
Yeah, there are 3 distinctive tables that are hooked up to this machine.
Oh, I don't want that one.
I described it to Hogan, but not to you when you came in. But yeah, there are these 3 tables that are like hooked up to this machine, and you can see that like the tables themselves are like medical examination tables, and they've got these straps on them, and they also have these sort of like helmet-looking things that are attached to the machine with these big wires.
Okay. My first instinct is to get higher, like off the
Okay.
ground itself,
The only
but
thing
I
that's
don't want
not
to be on the
ground level
table.
would be one of those tables.
I don't
yeah.
want to be on the table.
Okay. You sure? You just climb up on there.
Yeah, I don't want to be up there.
I mean,
So I'll start moving around the edge
All right, yeah, so
towards
you
getting to the other
start
side.
moving to get opposite. Great. Hogan, you see this machine sort of shudders and rattles as Ostrich casts a spell at it, and then he starts moving towards the double doors that have slammed shut, and it is your actions.
Do I see controls?
Make a percent. If you want to use an action as
one
a seek
action.
action, you can see if there's anything that would.
Ooh, okay, yeah, because I already have it fired up. 27.
27. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
You are looking at this thing, and you actually see that there are a number of buttons and levers attached to the machine, but they are all going completely haywire. Like the levers are flipping up and down. Some of the buttons are just like lighting up and then depressing. Like it like the whole machine is this constant like rickety movement all the time. So you see there are controls, and they're just like flickering constantly.
I'm gonna go over it. So can I get within reach?
Sure. Yeah.
Get within reach
Yeah.
and start going DJ style too to see if I could counteract the.
Okay.
I'm going crazy. I'm
just start
like
going for
whatever
it.
buttons are pressing. Oh god.
Let's call it a craft check. I don't
Craft
know.
check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you know what? Because you're trying to disable this thing, and the mechanic would allow craft or thievery, whichever one you would.
Okay.
You're trying to disable this
Okay.
device.
I'll accept it. That's pretty close. I'm going to. Do I want to use a hero point?
You got one.
I do.
We've also got a group one.
We have a group one. I'm going to use mine though.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Use
my
a
hero
hero
point.
point. Rerolls one of those dice.
Reroll one.
Oh no! There you
It was the
go.
same one. That one is the one then, I guess.
All right.
That one was destined.
Mm-hmm.
So coins aren't buffs anymore, are they?
That was a wild magic from
17.
last time.
17, Jim.
So you're trying to like grab things and flip them, but like you grab one of the levers and you're trying to pull it down, but it's like resisting you and it's like just slamming upward and it's like slamming your hand into the machine and you can't force it down and you don't make any kind of progress here. You're just messing with it. Now, as one action you used a seek action, you moved up to the machine, and then you started messing with it for your third action. You can continue to try to mess with it, but that would be your third action for now. So we move to Grace's turn. Grace, you can see everything that I've described thus far. What are you gonna do?
So Hogan is actively like.
Yeah,
touching
he looks like he's trying to like wrestle some of these levers and they're like fighting against him. The machine seems almost seems like it's alive and you can hear this sort of wailing sound coming from within it, but he's not making any progress.
Can I attack this machine? I want to use electric arc on it.
Ooh,
Can I
okay.
do it in such a way where it hopefully won't? I don't even know if I would know that this machine could electrocute him if he's touching it. I don't know if I would
Well,
know that.
I would say it's always fun to mess with the like, does electricity go through people and hurt multiple targets? In this case, using electric arc on this machine would not endanger Hogan any more than he's already endangered just by being where he is. So
That's just
if you
like
wanna do that,
Hogan's.
that's fine.
That's Hogan's motto in life.
Just, in danger.
Now, unless you want to, because you can designate a secondary target with electric arc. If you want to zap Hogan, that is an option within the rules.
He would
and
like
I
that
will
too
allow.
much. No. No, I won't. I will just electrocute the
All right.
machine.
So you just
This is my goal.
That's your magical tattoo, isn't it?
Yes, it
That's
is.
the
My
goal,
tattoos
yes.
just start to glow and I shoot out electricity.
Sure. You strike this machine with electricity. Roll your damage, and you can see it is extra effective. It's as if this thing has a weakness to electricity damage.
Oh,
Because it does.
that's exciting.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way.
Okay. So that is 12, and then there's extra.
Yeah, so there's going to be 5 extra damage. So that's 17 points of damage. I do get to make a save, so I'll do that real
Yes.
quick. That is an 18, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a
No.
failure against yourself. So this is
Yes.
the full damage. So 17 points of damage. You just blast it, and you can see parts of the machine. Like the machine, you can hear like internally things are grinding to and you hear like this explosion. You don't even see what happens, but something inside it like explodes and pops, and there's more smoke pouring out of it. And there's 2 actions to cast the spell. You have 1 left.
Wow, I don't even know what to do with this one. I feel like I need to step back away from the machine,
You want to
maybe.
just get some distance? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back towards the way you came in, or you can see like Ostrich has elected to move further into the he's skirting the edge of the room, but getting closer to the other side.
I'll
where you
go
were headed.
further toward
Okay, so you
Ostrich.
sort of
Yeah.
head in that direction. Okay. It is now the machine's turn, and the machine is like shuddering and shaking, and you hear again this wail, and like this panel opens, but you almost get the sense of like a jaw opening, and you hear this like oh, and smoke comes billowing out, thick black sulfurous smoke, and it fills the entire room in a rush. I need everybody to make a fortitude save.
Oh no.
26.
26, that is a success.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 20.
Oh dear, so what's going to be really good now and really bad later? Or bad now and good later.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna take the 1 and I'm gonna use a hero point to re-roll that.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I got a 15. I got a
much better.
15. Yeah.
What's that bring your total to?
What was this again? This was
Fortitude
a
save.
Fortitude, and my fortitude I think is a 4. No, that makes it a 26.
26. That is also a success. And Hogan.
I got a 25.
25 is also a success. Now, were you using your hero point or the group
Yes, that was my hero.
hero point? Okay, cool. So just keep track of that. You all succeeded. However, it still has a little bit of an effect. So each of you are going to take 4 points of poison damage from smoke, and you're coughing, and you are all sickened 1.
Oh.
As you are choking on the fumes. A sickened creature, take a status penalty equal to the value, so it's currently 1, on all checks and DCs. And you cannot willingly ingest anything, including potions. However, on your turn, you can attempt to retch intentionally to recover, which allows an immediate new fortitude save against the effect.
Does that
and
count
if you
as
succeed,
as
you can
a-
reduce your sick
Is that one action to retch?
Yeah, so you can take one action and try to like overcome this if you want to on your turn. But currently you're all sickened 1 and have taken 4 points of poison damage, and that's all that happens for this round. So that goes to Ostrich up next. You've gotten much closer to the double doors on the opposite side. You can see this machine is still smoking and sputtering and clanking.
Did I notice how Grace's attack did more damage? Because I may have been like skirting at that point. I don't.
Let's just see. No,
Okay.
you were not paying close enough attention.
And it's one action to retch, or
Yep,
I gotta
one
take
action. You're sort of coughing and sputtering. Again, I imagine in this like it less retching and more just like trying to hack. You have this it's like this thick, filmy smoke that's filled your lungs. Trying to hack it out.
First action, I'm gonna retch and get rid of that.
Sure, yeah. You're just coughing and sputtering. This thin, filmy drool comes out. Make a fortitude save.
Fortitude, but I have to roll 2 dice. Let's see, a 3 and a 15.
Oof.
I'm gonna take the 15, so
Taking the 15.
23.
23. All right, that is a success. So you reduce the sicken value from 1 to 0. You sort of just hack up this nasty, like black fluid from your lungs, spit it onto the ground, and you are now free to act normally.
For my second trick, I will reach into my pack and pull out my air bladder,
Ooh.
and I will grab onto the mouthpiece.
Somebody's getting clever. All right.
and then if I have anything left, I'll
Yeah,
continue
you
my
see this,
move.
with another action, you actually get to the door.
Okay.
You're at that double door at the opposite end of the room. Hogan, you haven't yet made any progress. Are you going to continue messing with the levers?
So did I see the panel open?
yeah, you
was
saw
that-
this panel sort of opened in it, and then it closed as soon as it belched out all this fog and smoke.
I take my dagger out and try to pry.
Okay,
So
sure.
I dig into this panel.
Yeah. Make an attack roll. -1 because of the sickened condition.
Those are 2 very good rolls.
Ah, that was
So
great. It's a good
good.
position to be in.
Yeah.
Oh no, terrible roll.
Good rolls. 2 great numbers. 1 is the best number. It's number 1. The other one's number 3. Let's take the 1.
You're gonna take the
Critical
1 on this one.
failure
Okay.
on this
Wow.
So you critically fail. So you are just. I mean, you're just stabbing like these like chunks of metal, and like your dagger just is like
not-
skidding up the side. Like you're not
It's not doing anything.
doing anything. Yeah. You're just hacking it like it's like if trying to hack at this table with a little knife. Like, but
That's exactly what I'm trying
that's
to
basically.
do. Go.
I mean, it worked against the. Oh no, it didn't work against the construct. You did it too.
But you do have 2 more actions.
I keep going. I want to
Okay,
pry
take
this
another
mouth
attack.
open. I want to pry this.
But your
so
other attack was
my
what?
other attack was a 3.
Uh-huh.
So that gives me a 14.
Still are just just
Yeah.
slamming your knife.
One more time.
Double crack.
Double cracked it.
The double.
Oh no!
2 twos. 2. This is perfect. And I'm just, I was getting in there more and
No, nothing is happening.
yeah, up here either.
Yeah, no.
Nothing's happening up here. Nothing.
Just imagining these giant flailing arms.
Yeah, because I'm far away.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
such a weird. That's probably
Yeah.
why I can't get any leverage
Yeah.
to open the.
It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna save this 2 for later, Jim.
You
Thank
have to. That's the rules.
Thank you.
Grace, you can see that Hogan has gone completely mad. He is just hacking at this machine to no effect. Ostrich has made it to the door, just a little bit ahead of you, but it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna electrocute this thing.
Sure, yeah,
again.
why not?
Yeah. Yeah, it has a no, that's the wrong thing. I think it's a. It does
Reflex
have a
save on
save.
my part, that's correct. I gotta
okay.
make one that is a little better with a 20.
That will go over.
Now you're
I'm right. That or I have a 21. I see
Huzzah!
DC 21, but I don't know.
okay, if it's DC 21, I mean, because it'll list it
Contact
correctly.
Arcane
So if it's
DC
21
19.
19? Okay. Yeah, so it succeeds, so it'll still take half damage. So
Well, it's 20 now because of the dust.
But she's sickened, so it's back down to 19.
19.
I tried
Otherwise,
to get
yes.
you.
Otherwise,
I tried
yes,
to get
I know,
you.
because I was thinking about it too.
Don't try to get Jim Jam in this game. He
I
knows the
can't do
rules.
that.
I'll get you.
Come on. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9.
Did you
And
add the
10.
+1 for the dust? Is 10.
Yes.
But it takes half that, 5. Plus 5 for the weakness, 10 points of damage. We arrived right where we started. You see gears are now flying off of this thing. It is smoking even more now.
I think it's working, Jim.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh, go to your
and,
bar.
it's like the whole machine is starting to crumble apart. It is still going, but it is clearly like very almost destroyed.
Can I? Am I close enough to it where I could just hack at it?
I would say you probably went out.
Okay.
Because you specifically mentioned last time you wanted to get further away from
Yeah,
it. So
I
would
did.
say, yeah, you probably
Okay.
didn't approach it.
Then I will continue heading towards.
Sure,
Ostrich
you get
as
up to
well.
the door. Now you're both at the door now, but
Okay.
as this machine is on its last legs, and this time rather than belching smoke,
I was
a
prepared for
wire
smoke.
like snaps from one of the Tesla coils and it's flailing around, and it seems almost like maybe the machine's just breaking, but then almost as if it had sort of a will of its own, it comes down and tries to swipe at our good buddy Hogan, who's hacking at it. And this is an attack roll. Hogan.
I see this and I know this, Jim.
You see this, you know this. Where the heck is the number that I need? Why is it not just happening for me here? That
The
is
one.
a 21. That is a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Of course, it's perfect.
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 It's a perfect
A
strike.
perfect strike.
I feel like Hogan has taken the most damage of everybody. I don't
You take
Yeah.
4 points of bludgeoning damage
Ooh.
and 6 points of electricity damage.
Love
This
it.
thing just
Yeah.
slams into you and shocks you. And it does have the ability to attack twice, and you're the only creature in reach, Hogan.
How dare you call me a creature, Jim?
So it
it
tries
the
to
arms?
slap you again. This time, one of the Tesla coils, like the tower, actually starts to fall onto you, and that is a 30 to hit.
know. 30?
That is,
Is that
a
a
30.
is that a critical hit?
Well, your AC is 21,
21.
right? So no, it is
Oh,
barely.
barely.
Not a critically hit.
Also, be careful, guys. I dropped my metal D4 on the ground.
Oh
don't
yeah,
see
that's
it.
very
Why are
dangerous.
you throwing caltrops?
It's right there.
You see it?
Yeah,
Under
it's
my
right.
foot?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's under my foot. Okay, we're fine. I'm not
But it
stuck on
crashes into you for much less effect this time. Even though it was a more solid hit, but maybe you
Because
just
my
dive
arm,
on
no,
it.
I went like this. I moved one of my giant arms like
Yeah.
this and kind of.
You knocked it aside. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of electricity damage.
Nothing. It was nothing.
And that's all I can do. So we go to the next round. You are now at the door. Grace is at the door. You can see this machine is smoking and sputtering and wailing even more, as if somehow in pain. What do you do?
Well, I'll cast Spout on it again because
Sure,
it's
yeah.
right there. So it gets a reflex 22 against my DC.
All right, that is only a 20, so it is going to fail.
So it can take 3d4 of water damage, which I've rolled a 6.
Now this time, so it does bludgeoning damage.
Oh, bludgeoning damage. Yeah, sorry.
So again, the first time you notice you did deal some damage to it. This time, you feel like, and I didn't mention it before, but you do feel like with the bludgeoning damage, there's a little bit of resistance to that. And this time, the damage that you dealt with the spell is unable to overcome that.
All right.
It has a hardness that you were unable to overcome on this one. So you blast it, but it doesn't seem to be enough to actually break through the metal.
Okay. Oh my! It's not working. Is there a knob on the door, or is it like?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I would like to try a thievery to open it.
Sure. Yeah. You are just trying to open it. I can tell you, like, you can tell that it's almost like it's held fast by something. If you wanted to try to break through it, you could. It's not because it's not locked. You could do an athletics check to try to burst open the door.
11.
Okay.
I throw my halfling body at it.
I will say, if you because obviously that might not be your strongest ability, you could, if you wanted to, just try to coordinate with Grace and aid Grace if you want to try to convince her to do it.
And I'll throw my frail, small,
throw yourself at the door. That's
2-foot body at this thing.
Perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. Especially because I already knew what the roll would be.
Yeah.
So
make an athletics check.
12. No,
12.
11.
11. Oh, that's right. You had a pre-rolled one.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just like throw yourself at the door and bounce off of it. It seems to be held fast.
And I still have this bladder in my face.
You actually, when you slam into it, it does give a little bit, but you see this like bright light on the other side that like when you break it, when you try to break through, there's like this bright light that comes through the crack, and then you feel this resistance as it like slams back shut again.
I feel like I look up at Grace after I land and just go, it's magic.
I believe those were your actions, so we go to Hogan. Hogan, you're getting blasted over here.
I'm getting blasted, but I think it's working.
I mean, this machine is also getting blasted. Yeah, so.
And I feel like my wild stabbings are doing things. I'm all focused in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue with this, which is a 2, which is nothing.
Nothing, right?
So nothing happens.
You're just hacking for no reason.
Can I search for another weak point? Is there anything else I see other than the control panel, that buttons I was pressing? Is there anything else that I would look at?
I would say that in terms of, if you want to make a religion check.
Religion check?
Maybe that would be a good way to go about it.
Okay, religion check coming up. Ooh. 27 on the religion check.
Sure, great, excellent. So you can tell immediately that what you're dealing with here is something of a haunt. Like, you can hear the wailing in the machine and the way that it seems to act almost if it has a will. Like, this isn't a construct like what you fought before. This is literally some spirit has sort of manifested itself inside the machine and is causing this effect. Mm-hmm. You know that because of that, you are aware that it is also weak to positive energy.
Positive energy.
Yes.
Jim.
Sorry.
It doesn't. You think I look like a positive?
Like, I'm not saying that's what you are going to do. You just asked me, is there another weakness? I said yes, I can give you some more information. That is the information you learned.
Do you think
it might not be helpful information?
Do you think I have positive energy?
I don't, but I'm just letting you know. If you did, it would be useful here.
How are the coils set up? How far apart are they?
I mean, everything's pretty clustered. Yeah.
There's 2 large coils.
Yeah.
I'm going to decide to use my body to short circuit the machine. So I'm going to grab the 2 coils and see if maybe I could like blow it up and short circuit the machine, Jim. That's what I'm doing.
Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
What do you imagine will happen to your human body when you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That we are going to find. We're going to find out, I think.
Okay.
Oh my.
So, what skill do you want to use for this? I would imagine like a thievery. You're effectively trying to disable it in some way. So I would say thievery makes sense. But you're trying to do weird stuff. Let's create a narrative. What do you think you're doing here? See if we can make it work. I like it, by the way. I'm not trying to dissuade you from this. I don't
have anything that I could do. Other than Arcana.
Let's just, because you're not even like trying to channel any. Let's just call this.
I'm channeling a fortitude save.
Because you're just trying to brute force this. Like you're just trying to survive this horrendous process. Right?
I'm trying to see if I could short the machine out.
Let's call this a fortitude save, and make one. Make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
Yeah.
Jim, I had a nice roll saved up from before.
Okay.
So a 28.
At 28, that's very good.
Okay.
Electricity is coursing through your body.
Hair looks like Jared's hair now.
I also will make a fortitude save and see if this affects me at all. And that is a 30. So you are able to as electricity is coursing through your body, frying your insides, but you manage to sustain all of this. But it doesn't seem to have impacted the machine at all. It seems to just be creating this weird feedback loop, and it's not damaging it.
I'm having a great time.
But it's a great time.
All that matters.
Yeah. Yes.
I will say this: you've used one action. Do you keep holding for a second action?
You son of a...
His core starts to glow like some tungsten filament.
How much damage did I take from that?
None yet. You succeeded.
Wow.
Oh man.
I will tell you this.
I'm not letting go.
You can keep going.
I'm not letting go.
It'll get harder to resist.
I'm not letting go, Jim.
Okay, then let's both.
I'm not letting go.
Again.
Yeah, come on.
I did much worse on that one.
I didn't let go. Now I have to roll 2. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, double 19.
Oh,
double 19.
Damn.
So another fortitude save.
What's your total on that one?
30.
30? Great. You know what? I love it. We're going to call that a critical success. But this thing actually fails. Fails the fortitude save. So, like, you're just sparking. There's electricity flying everywhere, and there is another crack of light, of thunder that seems to reverberate throughout the room, and both Tesla coils explode.
Yes.
Like they just explode, and the whole thing starts to crumble. You hear this like this pain, agonized wail, and you all see this weird, like wispy blue energy swirl up from the wreckage of the machine and disappear into the ceiling. And then the door that you are struggling with just like kind of falls, like it goes like everything goes limp, and it's just like, oh, you just push it open now.
Huh.
And I'm smoking.
Oh yeah,
there's smoke coming off
your
of me. My hair is like Jared's hair.
It's
Can I collapse and just laugh?
Do you think that's Hogan?
Yes.
You want to go on? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Are you all right? Like,
I am fantastic. I've never felt better. And there's like sparks across
start
my
running
teeth.
through like concussion check protocols. And...
But I'm smoking, but I didn't take any damage from it.
No, yeah, you had critical successes across the board.
Yeah.
You do have a death wish, my friend.
Yeah.
I go. I get up, Jim. I get myself up off the ground awkwardly with my long arms and
So much for being quiet.
Yeah. It's like the smell of ozone and charred hair is just permeating. And...
Hogan, you walk into another large room. That again, it gives you sort of a lab feel, but instead of that machine and the tables hooked up to it, you see again these about 10 very large iron cages that look like dog cages, but they're all broken open.
I remember these cages. Yeah.
There are 2 other ways out of this room. One of them is just a single door, completely nondescript. The other is a double door that is labeled archives.
That's where we gotta go.
Guys, we found it.
Does this concern anybody else? These 10 empty cages.
That's fine. That was just those are the things that are climbing through the walls.
Oh, that's the things in the walls.
Right.
So,
If we go to the roof, maybe we don't have to worry about them.
Let's go to the archive.
Yes.
Like he's just like
Right away.
going over there and just opening the door.
Sure.
I want to get to the roof
Follow.
quickly. Terrified.
I nod behind them and then I follow.
All right.
All weird behind.
Okay, you head over to the door with the archives. It opens. It doesn't seem to be locked. And you are looking into what appears to be sort of a labyrinth of those low shelves, like bookshelves that you would find like in the middle of like a library, like in the kids
In
section,
the kids section, yeah.
where they actually they're very tall
Yeah.
for you, but for everybody else, about the only maximum chest height. These shelves, all of them are filled with books and scrolls and pamphlets and little jars of things. Everything is covered in a thick layer of dust. It does look like in the western section of the room, there are a couple of shelves that have been like knocked over, and the contents of them have just sort of spilled out onto this heap. And you can see that beyond that, there is another one of those holes in the wall, but it's low to the ground this time, like something chewed through that western wall.
Okay.
However, you do see that there is another door. It's a smaller, like steel door, heavy, sort of industrial type of door, and it looks like it's been chained shut, and it says no access.
Okay. Ostrich would head over towards the chain door,
Sure.
but as he's going, just kind of keep an eye on the shelves for anything that like pops at me, like either like a really well bound kind of notes or scholarly things.
All right, make a perception check as you're moving then. Anybody else doing anything?
I would follow as
just
well
following.
because I want to see if that door, if there's a way to get the
Sure.
door open.
I just I fall down
Okay.
and my ghost pushes into the no access door.
Oh, great.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
Yep.
Okay. You all get to the door. Hogan, in relation to your physical body, in relation to your companions, is where?
Behind them.
Just right behind them?
Just right behind them.
So you all get to this door. You don't notice anything on the shelves that stands out to you as like particularly valuable. Maybe with enough time, you would be able to go through and find something here that was really good.
I would like for my physical body to fall into Grace too. I was
But-
probably behind her, close enough to where
Yeah.
my head probably hits your back.
Yeah. So you're just standing there, and like Hogan falls into you as you're looking at this door, and then you all see and like his ghost, his
Passes through
spiritual
her.
form passes through you, and then
Right.
and it's extra weird because he has that like tether, and the tether like is to his body, and he goes through you, so the tether is going through you into his body.
Can I like?
Yeah, you can like sidestep it and just drop him on the floor.
I need better friends.
I thought maybe he'd get better on the second day, but
I think it's only gonna get worse from here.
maybe Zamira
go-
had the right idea. And
Yeah. Well, there's always time.
You go through this big, heavy steel door. On the other side, there is a very tight staircase that goes up. And you can actually see where the staircase ends. There's another door, and there is a like one of those white signs with the red lettering that says roof access.
Oh, this is my favorite part of being a ghost, getting shot back into my body, Jim. So I try to.
But let's hold on there for a second.
uh-oh.
Because back out in the you're all watching, Hogan has sort of like slimed his way through this door.
I feel like my legs, my feet.
You
are
notice
still-
that when he goes through the door or any of the walls, there's like this weird slimy residue that is left behind, and so there's this wet spot. Yeah.
Ew. Hogan, this is gross.
And a couple of things happen very quickly in an instant. You hear this sort of clattering sound, and you recognize it, but rather than being muffled and as if it's coming through a wall, you hear it very clearly. and very distinctly. And so you turn, and that is when you'll hear this crash as a creature on all fours, seemingly made of almost entirely, it has like a vaguely humanoid shape to it, a vaguely humanoid form, but it's as if all the bones had been taken out of a person and arranged into this weird, hunched, all fours monstrosity that is crawling very quietly across the ceiling. And as soon as you turn to notice it, it drops to the floor from the ceiling and skitters forward. It moves with the same shockingly frightening speed as those like a really very fast spider as it just comes at you. Go ahead and roll initiative. That's the point I'm trying to make is roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh wait, I already
You
did.
can roll
already
initiative
have
too, but
Do I
you are
snap?
currently
So
still on the other side
but
of this.
I'm flying as fast as I can to try
But
to get up to
you're
get
making
snapped
yes.
back
You
in.
wanted to
Okay.
make your way up.
Gross.
I got a 30.
A 30.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
You got Michael Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Michael Jordan. Hogan, what are you at?
I got 32.
Whoa!
That's because I had the double 19.
That's
I had the
right.
19
That's
saved
right.
in the
You had the
pocket, so
19.
I already know what's happening, Jim. I was waiting for this moment.
Of course.
I was waiting for these creatures to come
Sure.
out. I wanted to play with them.
Everybody knew there were creatures up here. Obviously.
Duh.
Now, the fun thing about Pathfinder 2E is that I don't even know if they have surprise rounds or exactly how they work, but I will say this creature was moving shockingly stealthily, and none of you noticed its approach. So I'm just going to do a surprise round however I feel like doing it.
Remember, Hogan's helpless.
He is helpless,
Saying.
and he's in the rear. So this thing slams to the ground. It just drops from the ceiling when you as soon as you start to turn around, it drops to the ceiling and it charges forward, frighteningly fast. And it is going to use 2 actions to do a thing that is going to be very bad as soon as I click the right link.
Wow.
It basically skitters forward and just lunges, and one of its legs, like as it lunges, it curls all of its digits in so that its bony hand is almost like a spear, and it lunges. And I would say Grace is probably the most obvious target for it. So it is going to lunge at Grace and make an attack. Oh, that is a leaner. There we go.
Oh, do I have
Here we doing it. 29.
Oh, a
As it tries to
29.
pierce you.
Oh, pierce. Well, my reaction is to puff up. But
Now, just so
piercing
you're
is not-
aware, that is an optional thing for you. Like, you can do that as a reaction. You don't have to. I'm
think-
not trying to dissuade you from doing it, but I'm letting you know
Totally.
it's not automatic if you don't want it to be.
I feel like I had another. I have flip, which enemy targets with a melee strike. I can try to get out of the way.
Oh,
I gain a +2 circumstance bonus to my AC against the triggering attack.
okay.
So I will try to do that.
Well, if it's going to give you a +2 to your AC, unless you've got an AC, unless that +2 would make it not a hit,
My
you're
AC
probably
is a 22. So
yeah. So that wouldn't
would
do
be
a lot of
pretty
good. It would be
All
great
right.
if it was like a crit. You could reduce it to a regular hit, but that's not
Yeah.
the case here anyway. So
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything except.
might just get stabbed. You just get stabbed. That's okay. Sometimes you get stabbed. All right. So this is going to be not. So it's a graze. It's you do sort of duck almost instinctively, and it just grazes your shoulder. You're going to take 7 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
but you are bleeding.
Oh no. Okay.
And now we will go into regular initiative. Top of the first round, Hogan. You hear this loud crash coming from muffled through the door behind you, but you are in the stairwell. What are you doing?
Well, I was already flying
You're
up
gonna
as
fly
fast
up,
as I can to the top.
Yeah.
How high did I get before I go down? Did I reach?
You would actually
the
get.
door?
I would say you get to the door, and you probably haven't actually moved 45 feet away from the body. You could go through this door if you wanted to.
Well, my whole thing that I was doing before was going as fast as I can
Right.
to my end and then snapping back
Right.
in, which I know is going to cost me 2 actions.
But you also move much more slowly in spirit form. So you don't move 15 feet. So I'd say you get 15 feet up. Even as fast as you can, each action is going to be 15 feet. So you would need to move twice where you snapped back effectively.
And then I can't even snap into my body. I would just. How would that work? Because it costs 2 actions.
You would lose the third action on this round and the first action on your next round, I would say. And then you would wake up at the second action of your next round.
That's what's happening.
Okay? So
That's
you
what's
just
happening.
zip forward,
Zip
and
forward.
then you feel everything
at a
snap back.
Slow, yeah.
Yep. And all right, so
And I'm
those
in
are
between. I'm in between.
You're in
now.
between now. Yeah,
I'm
you're
in
like
limbo.
melding with your body. And Grace, it is your turn.
Okay, so point blank shot, if I understand it correctly, just basically takes the penalty off of shooting twice.
Yeah. So no. Well, let me look at that real quick because I think also it might be the penalty off the volley weapon because I think if you use
Right.
a longbow, there's like a minimum range where if something's too close, you take a penalty.
I
And
see,
I
I
think
see.
point blank shot removes that penalty.
Yes, I think you're right.
Blah 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 blah
It's
blah.
volley
Take
30
aim. Blah
feet.
blah blah. Yes, you basically just remove the penalty you would normally take for using a longbow, something that's right up in your business.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Sure. So you whip your bow off your back and fire.
Yes. Oh wow, I got 2 8s.
Oh,
That sucks.
which 8 would you like to use right now?
Wow. Okay. I will use the first 8. Do I? Oh yes, that's plus a 16 though at the very least, which makes that a 21. No. Yes.
16.
20,
You said 16 plus 8?
16, 24.
Yeah. 20. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. You did it. You strike true.
Wow. Okay. This one is deadly. No, when does that come into play? Is that
If
only
you
in
critically hit, you
crit?
get the deadly die on top of your doubled damage.
Okay. That's 5 damage.
5
6.
points of damage. 6 points of damage.
6, yes.
That's right, because your bow is magical. So you fire off a quick snapshot, and this thing, you see the arrow like a chunk of bone comes flying off of this creature, but it is mostly okay with that. Doesn't even seem to notice. You've dealt some damage, but it wasn't a lot. That was one action.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
gonna
say
shoot
one to
again.
draw the bow, one to fire the bow.
Okay,
You
I'll
have a
shoot one more
separate action.
time.
Shooting again. All right, this will take the -5.
That's a -5.
And it's the
so
8
I'm
again,
doing, yeah, so it's 3 plus 16, so it's 19.
19 is a miss. This time, your hurried second shot flies off into the darkness and is not effective.
Alright.
It is now this creature's turn, and it
See
is
you next time.
So the first thing it is going to do is reach forward with its weird, misshapen jaw and try to sink its teeth into your flesh.
Gross.
Oh, you are also bleeding.
Oh, right.
First thing you do,
Gross.
You take 6 points of bleed damage, and you need to make a DC 15 flat check. If you succeed, you are no longer bleeding.
I don't know. We're getting out of this one.
Wow, okay, I'll take the 19 on
Okay,
that.
all right, so the bleeding stops. But you
good.
took that 6 points of damage, and now it is going to try to bite you.
Oh my, please don't make me bleed.
That's not that great. That's only a 20. 20 to bite.
20 to bite. I have a 22.
There you go. So it tries to bite you, but you just fend it off. And then it is going to strike out with its leg.
Like to think
it is
it-
actually going to try to stomp as Hogan's body is twitching as he's coming to. It is going to like just lance down with its foot and try to spear him.
I see how it is. Jim.
Yes, I'll say you're flat-footed, so it's a -2 to your AC because you're
yeah.
prone. And it's going to try to. That is going to be a 23. to
Michael Jordan?
stab you. Yep.
You know it.
You
know it.
You know it.
Michael Jordan hits every time, Jim.
Hits every time. That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage. It just slams
Am I
down
even
on
feeling this happen? I'm not even enjoying the pain.
you. Kind of, but it's like if you were. It's the equivalent as if you were really drunk and something hurt you, where it's like you're aware that it hurts, but there is almost like this veil that masks it because you're not fully in tune with your body yet. For its third action, it is going to skitter sort of around you, and it moves sort of sideways. It always keeps its eyes right on you, Grace, but it sort of like skitters sideways, so that it's now in between the three of you. It's sort of in the middle.
Is it adjacent?
Oh, yes.
I would like to use my reaction to not be adjacent to it.
Get away.
To step lively.
To go further from it.
Adjacent to me.
I don't want to.
I wish you had your bird legs. You could do it better.
For the folks at home, exactly what does your reaction do?
Step lively.
Okay.
Large or... Oh, is it large?
It is a medium creature.
But I'm small.
But what does Step Lively say?
It says a larger enemy.
Yeah.
But it's larger than large to me.
Yeah, but I don't know that it works relative.
Well, I'm gonna...
Let me ask you this. How did you get Step Lively?
Halfling.
Then, yeah, it would specify...
Halfling feet.
Yeah, it would just say a creature larger than you. Because they're aware that halflings are small.
Is it adjacent to me?
It is adjacent to you.
I have an attack of opportunity.
Okay, yeah. I would say it wasn't able to just step, so it would incur. You are not wielding a melee weapon, though. You're wielding a bow, and you can't take an attack of opportunity with a bow. You have to have the old...
Oh, you don't have your third arm anymore.
No, I don't.
Yes, you have a third arm. You got rid of it.
It's in my bag. Man.
Also, I had a 5, so it's pretty sad.
That's all I could do. I skittered, and I attacked twice, so now it is Ostrich's turn.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
No.
I'm going to... You smell that ozone that was hanging around starts to intensify and grow, and there's a quick spark as I cast Sudden Bolt down on this
Sudden
thing.
Bolt. That's a big one.
It
It's
is.
going all out.
It gets a
Reflex.
reflex save, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a 31.
It will take half. It was almost a critical save,
But because of the dust level,
so it will take. Oh, and I rolled so well. I rolled 36.
36 points of resistance.
So you can take half of
18
that.
points of damage. 19 points of damage. I think it's plus 1 because of the dust. That would have been a critical success. But dust saved you.
Dang it! And then, as the hairs on everyone start to come back down, to snap, and I cast shield.
Shield on yourself. Okay, you cast shield. We move then to the top of the next round. Hogan, your first action of the round, you fully fuse in with your body, and now you're lying there, and then,
And I feel the pain.
oh, now you feel it.
Oh.
Yes. You can feel it.
And I
fully.
see this creature.
You see this creature
It is like-
standing over you.
Well, I thought it was in between us all now. It's still
Well,
over
it's
me?
still adjacent to you, so it's sort of like standing over you in the sense that it's next to you and it is taller than you because you're on the ground.
I'm lying on the ground. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's incredible. I reach out to grab it and hold it
Okay.
and cast Disrupt Undead.
Disrupt
My
Undead.
hands are glowing. I start. Yeah.
Cast it. Tell me what that
Casting
does. You don't know what that does, do you? I have to tell you what that
So
does.
it does.
Basic fortitude save.
Yeah.
All right. Try to deal. You try to fuse it with. See, you do have. This is positive energy. Disrupt Undead. You did have positive energy.
I did.
Liar.
I did.
All mad that you didn't have it. I gave you the most useful information I could have. All right. So its save is a 24.
So 24. Where's my save? Hold on. My sheets are so out of order.
I think your save should be 21. 22
Okay,
because
22. So you did save,
So it saves. So
So
it's
you
like
save.
half damage.
but it's 3d6 plus 4.
That's correct.
3d6 plus 4.
Plus 5 because
Plus
of the
5.
dust.
Plus 5. Yes, dust. Thank you for the dust. Nice one. Nice one. Okay. 14. 19.
19 points
19
of
points of
damage
damage.
halved is going
Yeah.
to take it to. It's going to take 10 points of damage.
Okay. And
Points of damage.
I'm not going to let go. I know mechanically I'm not grappling with it.
Right.
But I have my hands on it.
Right.
My really creepy long hands. I'm just laying on the
Are
ground.
you still laying down?
With the biggest smile on my face holding this thing. It's incredible. I'd like to hug it.
Yeah, I'd like to hug it. Maybe you'll get that chance. Grace, it is your turn.
I guess I'm like standing right by it now. I guess I'll electrocute it.
Sure.
Because
do that.
why not?
Because why not? I'll make
Yeah.
a reflex save.
Get Hogan, too.
Ooh, that one is a
I'm holding on to it.
33.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wow.
Rolling big,
Oh,
Jim.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a big one.
19.
This thing is also incredibly quick, you've noticed.
Yeah, okay. So half damage?
I believe that's a critical success, which would be no damage.
Ah.
So you try to form the link between it, and it is moving so quickly that you are you blast this bolt of electricity that it just skitters to the side. We're unable to connect.
Can I pull my scimitar?
Yes, you can indeed. Do you want to keep your bow in hand, or you want to drop it, or?
Pulling a scimitar would be one action.
Yeah, but so I'm saying like you can still hold on to your bow. I think in one hand and
Okay.
have the scimitar in the other. It's just that the scimitar is going to be a problem if you want to use the bow, but you can use the scimitar without necessarily getting rid of the bow. It's just
I'll
in
do
your
that.
hand.
I'll hold the bow in one hand. Yeah.
So it's just dangling from your hand, and you've got the scimitar ready, and it is now its turn. And out of this, in between all three of you, it is going to just start. It just starts throwing itself all around, lashing out with its legs. It is going to make, with 2 actions, it is going to make 3 strikes, one against each of you.
No, I refuse
yes.
to acknowledge this.
Against Hogan, that is a Michael Jordan. So
And I'm
that's
still
gonna-
laying
and You're
down.
still laying there. So Michael Jordan's going to get you. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage against Hogan. Against Grace, it is going to make a strike. Oh, that is a 29. So it's gonna hit you for that one. You're gonna take another graze, only 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It barely connects, and then against our good buddy Ostrich, it tries to lance right through that stupid shield. That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Dang it!
Wow.
A shield block.
Okay, yeah, you can, and that'll reduce the damage by
10.
The hardness is 10, and that is 10 points of damage.
Does the
So it
shield break?
basically connects
Yeah.
with the shield. The shield explodes, but it blocks all of the damage.
Now I can't do it for a while.
And that was 2 actions to do that, so it's its 3rd action. It is going to skitter around again and get a little bit of distance because it sees you all sort of gearing up to swarm it. And it seems to have this sort of predatory intelligence. It knows when it's getting into a situation. So it actually climbs, since it has gotten between you, it starts climbing up the wall in front of you.
Can I get an attack of opportunity on it now?
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if I'll hit it because
Okay.
I
But
only
you
have a
absolutely
5.
can do that.
But that is 17.
17 is a miss. You swipe at it, and it
Like a
is
shot.
too fast for your blade. And it gets about 10 feet. It has... How much movement does it have? Enough that actually it can get basically to where, like, by the time it's done moving, it is hanging from the ceiling above you all now.
How high is the ceiling?
It's 15 feet up. It's a big vaulted laboratory room.
That's what I wanted to hear.
There we go. That's the good stuff. It is Ostrich's turn.
All right. Hoping this goes as planned.
Here we go.
He starts doing that same kind of thing he did before with the gathering like the little water droplets, except this time it's much more as Ostrich casts Hydraulic Push.
Ooh.
And this is a spell attack. Okay. All right, I'm gonna save the 4 for later, Jim.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna use the hero point for the 4.
There you go.
I'm gonna use my hero point for the
Fine.
4.
Do that.
What a roll. That's a 19 now.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So I have a 19 and a 14. I'm gonna use the I'm gonna use the 19. So 19 plus 12. So 31 to hit.
31 to hit is not a critical hit, but it is a hit.
Dang it. I wish I could get it critical because then it would be awesome. So it is going to take 3d6 bludgeoning
Ugh.
and get knocked back 5 feet.
And the lights go out.
And the lights go out.
If it was critical,
It's dark. I know.
it would have gone prone, and then I was counting on
It would have
the
been
drop
great.
damage. Come on, big money. All right, not the worst, not the best. It's gonna be 13 damage.
13 points of damage. This water, you shoot, you Kamehameha wave it, and just blast it with this jet of water, and you can see chunks of some of the bones that form its body are cracking. This weird, nasty ichor is spilling out of its body. It is hurt, but it is not destroyed, not by a long shot.
I'm just gonna kind of move
And just get
to the
out, yeah, just
to the children's reading
You
circle.
go find a beanbag chair
Yeah.
and just kick back.
Yeah,
with
just
some
hang out a little bit.
George. It is now the top of the next round, and Hogan, there you are.
So it's 15 feet up.
Yeah.
So is my disrupt undead? Is that a touch spell?
Might be. Let me
I
look
think
it up real quick.
yeah, I can't remember.
It might be a touch, or no, it has a range of 30 feet.
Okay, because I was worried. I was like, how can I touch this thing if it's up on the ceiling? But I have really long arms. But you said it's 15 feet, but I'm 6'6" plus 10-foot reach. That's 15 feet.
Just roll. You cast a spell.
I'm casting a spell. I'm casting a spell.
You disrupting
Roll
it,
low.
man.
Roll low.
I
Jim.
refuse.
disrupt.
I'm gonna roll so high.
No,
I'm gonna roll as
I
high as I've ever rolled.
I reach my hands
Natural
out.
20. Here it comes.
I reach my hands out to this thing.
It's a 2. So that's a failure.
My hands start glowing like the ultraviolet purple. Like, yeah, my hands are glowing. And again, I disrupt undead on this thing, and I just want to hug it. I wanted to come down here and hug me, Jim.
Well, roll your damage. It failed.
Stop hugging dead
Take full
things.
damage.
Charge it up. Come on. So 14 points.
14
But you
points
take it all.
of damage, and I do take all of it.
Take
You
it.
can
Take
see
it.
this weird silvery light just suffuse its body, and it tries to shake it off, and it's screaming and screeching, but it is unable to. Oh yeah, it has a weird like
Oh, great.
mangled face.
Wow.
And
Now he
mouth
wants
and
to make
teeth.
out with it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like skeletal.
No, it looks like it's mostly composed of bones, but you can see like innards within its rib cage, and you can see that it does seem to like have some bits of flesh stretched over these
Does it have
misshapen
eyeballs?
bones. It does. But its face is very. It's almost like if your flesh was putty and somebody like swirled it real quick, so everything's like twisted and stretched over its skull. So it has these eyes, but like one of them's here and one of them's like upside down on the other side.
Kind of like the Scream painting.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Like a weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a weird creature. But it does take all that damage, and you technically have 1 action left.
I have 1 action left.
You are currently prone as well. You could stand up for your third
Oh
action.
yeah. I'm standing up.
So you stand up.
Good idea.
Exactly. Grace, move to you.
Okay, so this thing's still there.
It's like
still
right above
holding
you.
on.
You get an immediate vision of it just like letting go of the ceiling and dropping on you.
Oh, God. Okay, I want to. Oh man, I don't want it to drop on me. I want to put my sword up and
Okay.
then shoot it twice.
Sure.
So will
Get
I
the
only
sword
take
out.
a penalty on the first shot?
The first shot will not take a penalty. The second shot.
Right.
does.
Second shot will be -5. Okay. Those both suck. Okay. I guess I'll
think-
hold on.
I think your dice don't like rolling together and
They
touching
must
each other.
not. I'm
They
gonna
do
use that
bet-
hero point.
Use it.
I'm gonna.
All right.
We're out of hero points.
Okay, that's an 18.
Oh, that's
Hey,
a
there we
good-
go.
What did I said I was shooting, so plus 16, 28, plus 6. What is that?
16 plus 18.
32?
32 is a
I
critical
think so.
hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that weapon is deadly.
It is deadly.
So I add a d10? Is that to the
That's
damage?
right. So you double your damage, and then after you double it, roll a d10 and add that on top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, well, I rolled 7, so 14 plus 7, which is 21.
Yep.
Plus 1 for the...
Yeah, because it's a magical
For
weapon.
two.
22 points of damage. This arrow, you just crack it, like you actually hit it right at the base of its skull, and the arrow lodges deep in its neck, and the creature is thrashing and screaming up there. It looks, if anything, more furious than it was a moment ago, but you
Okay.
know that you dealt a significant blow,
Well-
and then you have your second attack.
Yeah, I would like to shoot it again,
Right.
and that will give me, what is that? 4, 3, 23.
23, is that with the -5?
No, it isn't with the -5, so that would make it an 18.
18, which is a miss. So that second shot just pings off of its weird shoulder blade. And
Gross.
it is very upset. And instead of dropping on you, what it does is you see it like, and then it just vomits this weird bloody ichor on you.
Oh,
And I'm going to make an attack.
Ew.
That is a 24 to
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah,
you're gonna take some poison damage as you are just covered in this weird, disgusting ichor. Oh, that is a terrible roll.
Not Hogan Icker.
It's only 7 points of poison damage. However, you are sickened one. Because it is just so disgusting.
Okay.
That was its first attack. It's for its second strike. It is actually going to go. It's going to do that little skittering charge at Ostrich.
No, but why?
It is going to move super fast and just try to impale you with its leg. It has to come down onto the ground. It basically does this thing where it's on the ceiling and it does the alien run where it crawls down the wall, sloping towards you, gets to the floor, and just charges forward. That is going to be a dirty or even 20 against your AC.
That's a miss, sir.
A miss, he says.
Huzzah!
Huzzah for missing.
Wow, look at him,
There's
he's
2
all
actions
buff.
to do that, so I can't do anything else after that. It is Ostrich's turn. This thing's got right up in your business.
All right. Ostrich reaches up, grabs the necklace that I didn't put on the shirt that hangs around his neck, and drains his bonded object with one more sudden bolt.
Okay, here we go.
So reflex save.
Reflex save, he says. My best one, though. 25 or 27.
22, so just regular.
Half
I'll take
damage.
half. Boop, boop, boop. 30, half of 31, half of 32, 16.
16 points of damage. You blast another chunk away from this creature. It is so fast that you just can't quite get a full beat on it, but it is still not able to escape the full wrath of your magic.
Now, the action icon for that is like the baseball diamond, but nothing's filled in.
Okay.
Is that a free action?
Yes.
Sweet.
So draining your bonded object is a free action,
Okay.
correct? Yes.
So it doesn't count against the...
Right, so you still have an action left
Great.
after casting your spell.
Great. I would like to... yeah, why not? We're gonna cast... it's gonna get another reflex save.
Another.
Yeah. We're gonna cast... It's called Bone Spray.
Oh. Yeah. Is that a one-action spell?
It's a 2, but if the bonded was a... because it was
the
called...
sudden
Yeah,
bolt
you're right.
Was 2 actions.
You're right. So never mind, I'm not gonna do that.
You're not
Instead, I'm gonna draw my sword.
All right. Prepares to die.
Wow.
Sword in hand. I like it.
That's your pipe, dude.
Hogan, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm still, me as a player, I'm reeling just realizing that we're Bone Spray Bros. Just, Bone Spray Bros! How high is this thing again?
It actually came down to the floor.
Oh, it came down to the
Yeah, to go charging in at
How far away from it is
I mean,
is
what's
it from
your
me?
move?
20.
20,
right now.
so it's 20 feet away from you. Because it just went right up to him.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna pet it. Walking up and petting it,
Okay.
but disrupting it again.
Disrupting.
Undead again. You gotta make your saving throw. Please
Fortitude
be bad.
save.
Please be
That is
bad.
that
Come on.
is
Come
a
on.
29.
Mother Yaba. Who I'm gonna
Mother Yabba.
I want to drain my bonded object all over you, Jim. I don't have one.
That's inappropriate.
No.
We're PG-13.
I don't have one to do. I can't do it. So you're gonna take half damage.
Half damage.
Man,
Charge it up.
I just want to. This is very bad. Uh, 11.
11.
So that's
points
awful.
of damage. So it takes 6 points of damage as you blast it once again with your
Wow.
silvery light
While
while trying to
caressing its head.
Indeed.
That's
weird.
Why is that weird?
Why is
Why is that weird?
Why
This
is that
thing's-
weird?
This
Why is that weird?
What?
Why is that weird?
What?
Why is that weird?
This thing's cool.
Hey, it's
This
a
thing's
cool.
cool. I'm
it's
definitely
fun.
taking its heart or whatever other cool part. When if we do beat it,
Right.
it doesn't kill us.
Right.
Could always marry it later,
Well,
after you become undead.
What's Grace gonna do? That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it. Right in the face. Okay. Guess I'll take that one later. So that is 28.
28 is a hit.
That is 11 damage.
11 points of damage. Another arrow is now sticking out of it. It looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. It's becoming more erratic. It is definitely very severely wounded. You have 2 more actions.
Okay, I would like to shoot it again, which will give me a 19.
19 is a miss, so that second arrow just skitters right off of its bony hide once again. You have 1 action left.
I don't know what else I can do here. Can I do something about my sickened issue here?
Yeah, you can retch.
I'll
try
do
to,
that.
like, just
I'll
vomit.
retch.
Yeah, go ahead and make a fortitude save.
Oh my. 2 plus 4. Okay, I will go with this one maybe, which would be 22.
22, that's a success. So you just vomit, which makes you feel a lot better.
Okay.
And
I feel great
a
now.
lot better. No longer sickened from this thing's weird, vile innards. It is now its turn. It is going to turn. It hates being hugged. It despises being hugged.
It was being pet, Jim.
It hates being
Not
hugged.
being hugged.
It hates being pet.
I was caressing it
It
gently
hates
on
being
its head.
caressed.
It-
It is a
you know
creature
what?
of loathing and hatred.
That's fine.
And is going to try to bite Hogan's face right
Let's
off.
do it.
Well, Hogan already tried to cut it off once. So.
With a natural 20.
Dang!
It really hates. Deeply hates.
It's like an
It's a
introvert
natural-
skeleton
Natural
monster.
20 plus what?
Plus 15. So it's a 35.
Miss, Jim.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll my critical hit. Hogan, that is going to be 7, 5 is 12, 24 points of piercing damage. And
And
5 points of poison damage as its weird, like, gunky saliva gets into the wound.
you see Hogan fall over like his spirit is going to come out of his body, but he doesn't. And he just doubles over and Hogan's down.
Hogan is
It's a good thing we have a healer.
down.
Hogan.
And because you were dropped by a critical hit, you will immediately go to dying 2.
Oh, good.
Dying.
What is it? Dying 4 is dead? Dying 3
Dying 4 is dead.
Okay.
But it happened with a smile. He fell, yeah. All right.
This thing just, it, almost like a dog reflexively biting behind it, it just turns and digs its teeth into Hogan's neck and rips. He drops with a smile. It turns back to you and just jab with its legs.
No, don't jab jab.
It's jabbing.
jab, jab.
It's happening.
Jibba jab.
Well, that's a 2. So it's
Yeah,
a
cracked
13 on the second strike. With its third strike, it's going all out against you.
-5. Nice 10.
Minus 10. So it's a natural 20 again.
Oh.
That would be a 27 minus 10 would be a 17. Which is a miss,
But because
it
it's
gets bumped
critting,
up
yeah.
to just a regular hit. So you don't get crit,
All right,
but
all right.
it does get you.
All right.
You get saved from the crit.
Thank you. Adding extra attack penalty.
That is going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
I don't have any like mutation where I can just be like, forget you.
Look,
all right.
you know all about your mutations.
Yeah.
We don't have the forget you one. We forgot about that one.
Next season, I want.
Next season, we'll do a forget you mutation.
10 minutes of healing, though. 10 minutes of extra healing.
Yeah.
If we get out of this.
If we get out of this, I also have like 8 health potions because we
Ostrich.
just cleared off that table.
It is your turn.
All right, good. And it's next to me. Hogan is down,
Yep.
and Grace is kind of
Grace
cattywampus
is
from me.
across the room. Yeah, she's about 25 feet away, shooting at this thing with arrows.
Corner.
Okay. Can I do a cone and not hit any of them?
Hogan would be a problem.
Okay.
But hey, he's already dead.
I'm dead.
Go for it.
Yeah.
This is problematic, guys, because a lot of my things are cones or groups.
Hogan will be fine. Don't worry about it.
I have 2 more dying states to go.
Nothing could go wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to, if I can do it without injuring my party, I'd like to Wall of Radiance, Jim. Like right through the dude.
I don't know if you can make it on an occupied space. They have a weird thing. I think I remember that.
Doesn't it can't pass through creatures.
Yeah.
Butts. Can
You
I?
you could step back and put it between you and the creature.
But it's only it's a 3 action. Can I go sideways? Like across? Or would I run over Hogan's head at that point?
I'm dead, dude. Doesn't matter, man.
I would say that, well, here are your options. So if you need to create a space between it, I will say that with a 3-action thing, you could start the casting with your 2 actions and spend your next action next round.
I don't think we're going to live that long, if I'm being honest. All right. Hogan, you might just get bonked. If he gets hit when he's dying, it just goes to the next
He immediately
step.
goes to dying 3.
Jared, think to yourself, what would Hogan do? Think about it. What would Hogan do?
All right, here's what I know what Hogan would do, but here's what Ostrich does. He's like panicking, looking around. He sees Grace over there. She's not in direct line of fire right now, but Hogan's down, and that means I'm in there. So he raises his pipe to his face and just blows as Produce Flame comes out.
Produce Flame, that's a single target. So
That's a single target, yeah.
Spell attack.
Spell attack, which I've already rolled, so is a 25 to hit.
25 is a hit.
Yeah.
Go.
So we're gonna take 3d4. It's not a critical hit, right?
No, it's a
Okay.
regular hit.
So we're taking 3d4 fire damage. Come on. Oh, that missed. For 7, so plus 1, 8.
8.
8 fire damage.
You see a significant portion of the weird matted hair that was stuck to what remains of its scalp is now burned away. Some of the flesh that made up its face just sort of sloughs off. It is screaming in agony and pain. You can tell that now, like, it's still thrashing about, but it's like in the desperate, like, death throes, just in pure survival.
For my final action, pretend we're on the top of Weathertop.
Okay, we're at the top.
And the Nazgul are coming in, and Sam runs in, like, have at you!
You're gonna try to stab
I'm just gonna come in with my long sword.
He's gonna come in, hero stab. Okay,
Because I have the 2, so essentially I'm crit fish.
this is a second attack for the round because your spell attack counts as an
Yeah,
attack action.
yeah.
But I mean, stab.
Well, I don't think I can survive another round, so I gotta
Stab away.
do a thing.
Hail Mary.
Looking for hero points? Nope. Just sitting here looking for hero points. So minus 5, right?
Yep.
So 23 minus 5.
18.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. So
19.
like
No. I don't know what the dust does to
Dust
melee
doesn't-
attacks.
no,
Okay.
like a brave halfling charging at a creature far beyond your skill, you go rushing forward, and it just boom, swipes you out of the way and knocks you aside.
Once again, as I'm like flying through, I want to look and just lock eyes with Grace.
Okay, you're dying, so
Yeah.
all you can do is
I have to
roll
make a save.
your flat check. So this is going to be 10 plus your dying condition, which is 2. You need a 12 on the die or higher, or you go to dying 3.
And that's a 20, but I get
That's true.
2 20s.
Get the 2.
I will take a 13 on
gonna
the
take a
die,
13?
but my next check, friend, won't
Well-
be as good.
When you succeed, you stop
Yes.
dying. So you are now unconscious, 0 hit points. You're not dying anymore.
Okay.
So good for you.
That was, it was close.
It was
a
close.
close one. I saw you looking. You
Well, it's
wanted to
not-
make sure.
I was
saw
curious.
you look.
I
You
was
were
just,
watching.
I was invested. I
I
was
not
felt
over
eyes
yet,
over
Craig.
here. I felt eyes over here. Could you see it that far?
I saw
saw
I saw
two?
the other one.
Oh, the
I
other
didn't
one was
see-
bad.
Yeah,
That would have been
I saw
okay.
the bad one.
8 was not good. 8 was
Wow,
not enough.
magic for the win. Grace,
I'm gonna shoot it again.
is she shooting?
Well, I got a 15 here, so that gives me a 10 and 25, a 31.
31 is a hit for sure.
Okay, so that's 6, 11, 12 damage.
12 points of damage. You fire another arrow that joins the 2 that are already like sunk into its side and neck. And this time the creature is like trying to stay on all fours, and it's trying to snap its teeth and tear Ostrich's throat out. but it just sort of like everything just sort of slows, almost like a clockwork beast winding down, and its thrashing becomes weaker and weaker, and then the whole thing just stops, and its tongue rolls out of the side of its mouth, and it has been destroyed.
Yay!
Are you down?
No.
No, you're not.
No.
So, what do
I did. I walk over to Hogan and I
As you're doing
Oh.
that, you hear
There were 10 cages.
the sounds, much like you heard back in the office, where you heard like the skittering but muffled through the wall. You hear that very similar sound, but as if it's coming from all directions.
Oh.
Some from above, some from the wall just to your left. They are coming, and they are coming quickly. What do you do?
I run over to Hogan.
Okay.
I don't take time to like carefully uncork the thing. I just like wine bottle, open it, and I just like glass shards and all down Hogan's mouth of a
You administer a healing
a
potion.
moderate.
Hogan. I have to ask you, what happens when he administers the healing potion?
Was there something here?
What happened?
I don't know. Does it heal you?
Jim, the hair on the back of my neck is standing up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you tell me. You tell me. Jim, you tell me a story.
Okay. Was it 2? You said it was
As a moderate, so it's 3d8 plus 10.
3d8 plus 10. That is a hefty healing. Your wounds begin to knit together. Your flesh closes up.
I do not wait. I can.
I want to start trying to
Yeah,
get
you
Yeah,
are.
I
So
start
that
moving.
door was chained shut.
Right.
You can see that it still is.
Can I hack at it with my
Sure, yeah. I mean,
scimitar?
just brute force is the
Yeah.
Grace way.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay, athletics. Okay, I'll hang on to the 4, and I'll go with the 15, so that's a 25.
25. Okay. You slam your body. Or are you just trying to snap the chain, or are you just trying to bust through the door?
I mean, if
Just
the,
for flavor. Like, it
if
doesn't
the
matter.
door seems like it's also locked, then I'll try to get a 2 for 1. But if it's just the chain, I would focus on that.
Okay. Yeah. So you basically are just trying to pry. You try to find the weak point in the chain. You're trying to pry it open so you can twist it and snap it. And you find a spot and you are starting to twist it, and you can hear the metal is straining and groaning, and you're making progress, but you don't quite get it yet. Now you can hear these sounds coming from all around, but you, Ostrich, are looking over. There's that hole that was in the wall, and like there is movement over in that direction.
Is there only one hole in here?
There's only one hole in the wall that you can see.
Block it!
But it's Hogan's sort of action at this point. You're on the ground. You awaken. The potion courses through you. A lot of those wounds close up. Your bones knit back together. What do you do?
Guys, I was having this oh, crap. And I thought it was a dream, but it is happening.
Get up!
Time to go.
Okay?
It's gotta get worse.
Yeah, there's 9 more of those creatures.
Right.
And the door's not open?
The door's not open. She's working at it. She looks like you can hear that the chain is straining, and she's doing her best, and she's very strong. She's probably going to be able to get it open, but this is going to take a little bit more work. Again, there's that sound. They're in the walls. They're coming.
Yeah.
But you see a little bit of motion, like deep in the hole that's in the wall. You can see like somebody, I don't remember, I think either Grace or Ostrich said like block it because like to be something going through there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hold them off.
No,
You keep working.
No.
Yeah, and I go forward
Okay.
to hold them off.
I can't.
And I push my long arms into the hole.
Oh, you just push your
I'm
arms
pushing.
into the hole?
I go up to the
Okay.
hole and I like start pushing my
Use a
hands in.
desk.
Okay.
He's wounded 3 now, yeah?
He is wounded 3.
Okay.
Or he's wounded 2. He
2.
didn't get to dying 3.
Okay.
He's wounded.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's wounded. Sorry, my bad. I get this wrong all the time. He's only wounded 1.
Oh.
When you come back up, that's when you gain the wounded condition. It's not based on how far along the dying track.
Oh, so it's how many times you come up.
It's how many times you come
okay.
up. Right.
Great. I've been
So
getting
he's
that
only
wrong, too.
wounded 1. You see Hogan just runs over to the hole, and he's like reaching it, almost like he's trying to like coax a kitten out or something. Like you don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
but he's like playing around over there. You can see that Grace is making some good strides with the chain, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of straining. But it is, we'll call it your turn.
Hogan, pull your hands back. And the moment his hands are out, I will then cast Wall of Radiance over the hole.
Okay. That would depend on Hogan removing his hands, and we'll see if that happens. I will say that at the end, as you are like waiting to see what's going to happen, on the eastern side of the room, one of the bookshelves close to the wall like shudders as something like beyond the wall slams, and you hear this scrabbling and crunching as something beyond the wall is trying to tear through into the room.
Now that I've declared where it's going to be, I can't change it to move it.
You are a smart person. You can change what you're going to do based on circumstances. Grace, you are still at the chain, straining. You're making some progress. Everybody else seems to be like, "Hey, this looks like a Grace job." So, if you want to keep at it, go ahead and make another athletics check.
Okay, well, that would be I have a 10, yes. That would be a 14, but I'm going to use my... Can I use my coins for this, or coins for something else?
No, coins for hero points were last time. Coins for boosts were last wild magic.
Yeah.
All right, then I got a 14.
A 14 this time, like you are straining and you're trying to pry it open, but nothing's budging. You try to find a new grip, and we'll try again to make some progress next turn. Hogan, you can hear. You don't see anything yet, but deep down this tunnel, like something is coming very quickly. And you reaching in there. What do you do?
I hear him yell for me to bring my hands back.
Yeah.
I bring my hands back, but can I rouse skeletons in the hole
Yeah, absolutely.
to make it tough too in there for things to come through?
That's an excellent use of the spell. So the hole just sort of gets filled as all these bone shards jut up from the ground and create almost this like difficult, almost impassable labyrinth of
Skeletal
bones
web.
and skeletal clawing arms and rib cages snapping. And you hear deeper within, there's like this frustrated screech as something gets caught up in this tangle of your necromantic magic. I like that a lot. Ostrich, you see again, there's another of those like tremendous thuds, and you look over and you can see like dust and chunks of wall are starting to fall as the bookshelf along the east wall actually falls over, spilling its books onto the floor, and you can see like something is bashing its way into the room.
Can I get the Radiance wall to basically cut us off from the rest of the room? I don't know where that hole is adjacent to.
Yeah, that would be really difficult to do. I would say probably not in the way that you're thinking.
Okay. And that targets a creature, so that's not gonna work. I
would say that, like, again, because like they're bashing, they knock over the bookshelf. You could attempt to just like put the shelf back up, like try to barricade it in some way, or.
Yeah, but I'm not a strong guy.
I know you're not a strong guy. I don't know if you have like your hydraulic push and stuff. Like I'm saying, like I'm allowing some creative license with some of your spells too, like we did with Hogan.
Well, so that's the thing. I have gravitational pull.
Sure, yeah.
But it targets creatures. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let me put it this way: if you want to tell me that you want to like create a barricade by creating a focal point to pull things into, I think that's cool enough to allow.
I want to get all the loose bookcases and bookshelves, and I'll take the 3 round or 3 actions and just.
So yeah, you target that weak spot in the wall, and like all this stuff just gets sucked into the center, and it creates this reinforced barricade at the wall that will take them a little bit longer to bash their way through. I love it. I think it's great. It'll buy you just a little bit more time, which is wonderful because Grace's arms were starting to give out on the last round. Do they do any better on this round?
Let's hope so. This one's cocked. Okay, that's better. So that's 19, 29. 29. Yes.
29? Yep. The 29 is a success. This time, you find another. You reinforce your grip. You have a dagger?
No, just my
No?
scimitar.
Oh, just scimitar. Well, you sort of jam that in between the links. You start twisting and prying and slamming, and one of the links snaps, and you can basically just sort of undo the chain. It falls to the ground. We'll say at the end of your turn, the door is now free and unblocked. We move to Hogan.
Door's unlocked. I just yell across the room.
I start moving for the way.
Sure. Does your spell allows you to maintain it, correct?
I can maintain it, so
You
I have to
sustain it, right?
I have to sustain it.
Sure. But I'm just saying, like, so are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you'll be able to get to where Grace is. You're focused on the spell, but you're right there. You're at the door. You're focused on the spell. You're basically like these bones are like something is trying to push through the bones,
and it's
but it's getting
grabbing
clawed and grabbed back.
And I take one last look, like longing glance at that creature. I wanted to get in there and take something from it, but
It would definitely
there's
break
not
your
enough time. I know there's not enough time, so I'm keeping the skeletons. But I really wanted, I don't know, a heart, a tongue, so something. His creepy face.
What to take? What to take?
I can't take anything.
Ostrich, you've reinforced the barrier. You hear the snap of the chain. You hear the clink as it falls to the ground. What do you do?
I will move over to the door
Yep.
and first try the latch to see if it goes.
Without the chain, it
Yeah.
opens. So you
Okay.
get the door open. You can get into the stairwell. At this point, I would say that the creatures are breaking through, but without any further impedance, you're able to get into the stairwell, and you can get up to that next door before they're able to get to you.
I would close our side of the door with the radiance there.
Oh, great.
So that if they get through the door, then they're into the radiance.
Gotcha. So you hold that with the spell. So you all sort of burst into the stairwell, just as the creatures on the other side are bursting through the walls. As soon as that door closes, you're no longer able to maintain the connection to the bones, so they crumble. But you're at least safely on the other side of the door. You're in the stairwell. And you could hear the creatures breaking into the room on the other side, but you are at least not in the same room as them. So what are you doing? At this point, I'll sort of step back. You just tell me what you're doing.
Heading up the
Pre-planned.
staircase.
Yeah.
You rush up to the next door. As I described to Hogan, there's another door that should give you access to the roof. And when you push through it, you find indeed that it does.
We did it. I'm just looking around for.
But now we're on the roof.
Indeed, you are on the roof. You can look out. The building even is still pretty tall compared to all the ruins surrounding it. And you are looking out, trying to figure out, this fact that you're on the roof, which is great. What's that going to do for us? And then you hear footsteps. It sounds like, feet crunching against gravel. When you turn towards it, you see Dr. Dornell Gage is standing not too far away. And he is watching you from across the rooftop, but he's holding up this sort of really, he's under an umbrella, but it casts this incredibly deep shadow that it's very clear it's an unnatural amount of darkness. And he's just watching you for a moment as the sun shines down. Probably for the first time in a couple of days that you felt it. Well, I'm very glad to see that you made it. It was a risk, but I assumed you were savvy enough to get here. There's been a lot that's gone wrong lately, so I was a little nervous about this one.
You should kill those things.
Well, perhaps. But maybe there's a way to make them useful.
Do you have your things? Are they here?
Oh, you want your box? Yes, I can give you your box. It's funny. You weren't even my target.
Who was?
I was off by a day. I wanted the machinist. But either I mixed up my days, or when you're working with goons, things get a little out of hand sometimes. I got stuck improvising, which was a little bit exciting. Go with everything always being planned out. It's actually it gets dull sometimes. Sometimes it gets dull. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling, and you probably don't care. You have to escape, which is fine. First, Zamira. She's fine. She's fine. I'm going to keep her safe for a while. She's gonna be fine.
Prisoner?
Well, yes and no. She did kill the cook. Now, granted, it was my idea, and we could say that I made her do it, in a manner of speaking, but she did do it, and so it's best that she stays with me because everybody's rather upset with her at the
Are you
moment.
sure it wasn't a dream? She did kill the cook.
Oh no, she killed the cook. Yes, it was unfortunate. I liked him, but I'm improvising. I'm making things up as we go along. Look, the point is, you don't need to worry about any of that. What you need to worry about, if you want Zamira to not be a prisoner or guest, or whatever you want to call it, I don't really care that much. Just do one thing for me. There's one thing that I need, that I'm happy to help me get. I need you to go back home. Go to Resolve, which is where you wanted to go anyway. But I need you to kill Bartimus of Cavalocia, and I need you to bring me his corpse.
Why?
And if you do that, you have Zamira back, and you can all go about your merry way.
That sounds like a ransom.
It's a trade. Look, in the end, Bartimus is going to be fine.
But aren't you supposed to let people decide? Didn't you stop doing
I
that?
find that a light hand is sometimes needed. For the most part, people can make the decisions and do whatever they want. Other times, I need things to happen, and in this case, I need Bartimus's corpse.
That just doesn't sound quite right to me.
Well, I understand it's not right, which is why I'm coercing you by holding your friend hostage. I understand you don't want to do this.
Now, what is the condition you want the body in? If he's charred, is it okay? If he's missing limbs?
Mostly intact. Most of him should
Mostly
be present. Yes.
intact, okay.
I need most of the body.
Okay. So if he's missing a hand, it's okay.
His work requires his hands. I know you have a thing. Look, if you want hands, Hogan, I can get you hands. It's
You
not
have
that
a
hard.
hand.
I have
I've got
two.
like 4 hands.
Hands are easy to come by, Hogan. I can make that work for you.
How did you guys do it? How? Was it a dream? I was in some pool of water. Do you know about this?
Hogan, I don't know what happened to you or what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Is that when you got the ghost thing?
No. Well, I'm all for it.
Excellent. At least one of you sees reason. Wonderful. Look, your box, you can have it back. Do your little thing with your weird formula. I'm very sorry, at least for the inconvenience. This wasn't really about you. I've included some potions in your box that'll help you fly away, little birdie. But if we're done here, I'm gonna head back downstairs and just consider things.
Where's Seamus?
Yes.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I don't really know if you were into the whole brother thing. You seemed really sort of sketchy about it. At the very minimum, rest assured that he's actually just kind of stupid. He loves the undead and the living alike. It makes him kind of easy to. He didn't betray any of you. No, he's. You shouldn't hold that against him. All of this was kind of my idea. He's not really even aware of it.
I hold it all against you.
Oh, sure, yes. I don't expect you to like me, or I just expect you to, want to keep your friend safe more than you hate what I'm doing.
Can we take her brother?
No, I do need Seamus.
But
I'm sure that
you've cut us down by one.
Yeah, and you'll figure it out. I don't know. It's one guy. How hard can he be to kill?
Like, just look at us the way he is.
We have extra arms, I suppose.
I don't...
How do you spell Bartimus?
I'm pretty sure it's just how it sounds. I've never seen his official ID, so I don't know.
Where... And we'll find him in Resolve.
I assume he made it there safely, unless he didn't, in which case, again, his body is really what I'm after, so if you find that he died, just bring me that. I don't care if you're the ones to kill him, just that he's dead, and that I have his body.
Seems like we don't have much of a choice.
Well, that is what people usually tell themselves when they end up doing something they wish they hadn't.
What will happen if we just killed you now?
I find that unlikely, I really do.
We could try.
You could. I will simply go away. I'm not going to fight you because I need you to do something for me.
So I'm very tired. Very tired.
You don't look like you're in much shape to do much.
Fine. What else can we do? You seem to want to already. Excited to be a henchman.
We'll be back.
I look forward to it. I hope so. Anyway, oh yes, your box. And he sort of like snaps his fingers and you hear the little tick, 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 and your box like waddles all around from the corner and like comes up to you.
I pop the clasp and make sure that the pouch is in there.
Like at least at a glance, everything that you would hope to see is there. But there's this little bundle with 3 vials in it. And each vial, it appears to just hold water in it, but it has like sort of a viscous quality. Mess with
I don't know how to do it in...
Make an Arcana check.
Is it Arcana?
I'm trying to just,
We're 26.
Yeah, it looks like these are potions that will allow you to fly for a few minutes. Fly away, little birdies. Get off the rooftops and down to the streets below easily enough.
I distribute them.
Sure.
Potions of fly. Get out, get away. And I look back at this weird dude with the dark umbrella. It's like, I'd rather be away than here.
I as well.
I grab my chest, take my potion, and then... Whee!
Yep, you immediately feel lighter upon imbibing it.
I'll follow.
Follow suit. All of you are...
Take a look.
Yeah.
How high is that drop, Jim?
You're very high up. You would die if you fell from this height, for sure.
I drink the potion.
Sure. As he sees you looking down,
like an albatross.
Dr. Gage says, when all of this is over, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. You seem like you'd fit.
I'll think about it.
We're gonna be here forever, apparently now. All right, you fly away. You all take your potions and fly away from the Postmortal Services Tower. You only have a few minutes of flight, and eventually you are forced to sort of glide down to the street level. But you know that there's no one pursuing you. There's no one seems to have knows about the fact that you made it to the rooftop and gone up. Whatever's happening back at the Postmortal Services offices are now their problem. All you know is that you've been charged with the task of killing Bartimus from Cavalocia and bringing his corpse to Dr. Dornell Gage. All in the hopes that Dr. Gage will hold up his end of the bargain and return Zamira safely and unharmed to you. But we will have to find out how that all shakes out in another season. Because for now, Blue Team has completed their run and is done. Hooray! We've done it! Yay!
Yay for kidnapping Diana!
Yay! She can't ruin my ending with a fart joke now, can she? Because she's at a wedding.
I feel like this is personal, Jim. I feel like you want to take down Adam's character. This is personal. This is all this pent up. This is pent up stuff that's been building up for a really long time, and Jim wants us to kill him, and I am happy to do it.
Well, it's interesting. Have you
Hogan
been
is
watching?
happy to
Have
do
you
it.
been watching Red Team episodes?
I've seen some Red Team things,
Yeah.
and
They're getting similar kind of vibes. Like they're aware of us.
I think the most interesting part is not that I'm saying I expect you to do anything, so that like you had like all these options that you just didn't see or anything, but it seemed ultimately the idea of just killing him was like, well, I don't want to do that, but okay, let's go kill this guy. So I find that to be the most amusing part. Like, well, I guess
That's
we
life.
gotta go kill him.
I think I swayed them, Jim.
Yeah, you clearly
I
wanted
used-
to.
Yeah.
Just my mind, my.
Look, they need the body of Bartimus, but who's to say
Who
that
cares? So here's the
some
thing.
guy we dig up isn't Bartimus?
But
They'll never know.
No.
for you guys, for me, it doesn't really matter as much. But for you guys, who do you have more feelings for? Zamira or some Barta? Who's it? What's it? Miss guy?
Maybe
We don't
he's
even
that
know.
guy. We don't even know.
You don't even know.
I mean-
you know this guy.
That's the thing, though, because Ostrich's relationship with everyone is 30 hours at most.
You're the new guy. You're fresh off the
Like,
boat.
yeah. So, I'll
Well-
probably see whatever my contact and resolve wants me to do.
I'm out. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm going home, taking a nap.
Yeah.
So everybody go home now.
Time
Everybody
out.
go away. Make it all stop. Turn the camera.